Welcome back. Welcome to the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast, bringing you all the game highlights of your Lake Dallas Falcons. Tune in on your radio or online and catch our video recaps on YouTube.
I want to talk about our opponent this afternoon. They're bigger, faster, stronger, more experienced, and on paper, they're just better. And they know it too. But I want to tell you something that they don't. They don't know. I do. I've seen it. You have shown it. You have shown this coaching staff, your teammates. You have shown yourselves just exactly who you are in here. When you take that field, gotta lay it hard on the line. From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood you've got in your body, lay it on the line until the final whistle blows. And if you do that, you cannot lose.
Welcome in, Falcon fans. Here we go. Another edition of Friday Night Lights. We are live here in the thriving metropolis of Corinth, Texas, and as the sun is setting over the horizon and we are getting ready for a Lake Dallas 6-1 team to match up against this Emerson team who is 7-1. I'd like to introduce my crew. I got Fabulous Fab running the board, Michaela on the camera, Harvey, he's going to be doing the stats tonight, and let me introduce to you the one and only Cameron Hobbs. Cameron, so happy to be here today.
Man, just glad to be here. Glad to have you back, you know. Feels like something's missing when you're not here calling play-by-play. It's the play-by-play because I'm not very good at it.
Something is definitely missing when I'm not here. There's no doubt about it. I'm glad you brought that up for all the listeners. But today is a special day. Not only do we have a huge matchup on, but you're going to notice we got these pink shirts right here. You might say, why do we got pink shirts? Well, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as most of you know, and this is the Lake Dallas Pink Out game. So, Amy Koch, the Scholarship Fund, that's where the proceeds for these t-shirts are going. You can also make a direct donation. Proceeds are going to the Lake City's Education Fund. You can make a direct donation online at the Quarterback Club. That's LakeDallasQuarterbackClub.org. And you can also buy these shirts at the gate. They're going to be selling them at this home game, all the other home games until they sell out. So go ahead and get you a shirt. They're $15 a piece. Goes to a great organization, and we can help some folks out.
Goes to a great cause. Eli Koch is a great kid and great player, and just got a great leadership ethic to him. And you know, the team thinks highly of him. They're all pinked out tonight, ready for him. A lot of the fans wearing pink. Honor guard everybody. You know, it's all kind of in memory of his mom who passed away over the summer. And just looking forward to watching this team play hard tonight and coming off a big bye week. So it's a big game tonight.
You're exactly right. Very well said, Cameron. And you're right. Coming off a big bye week, Lake Dallas suffered their first loss to Argyle 2 weeks ago. Cameron, you were there. Also, I'd like to bring on one more person who was there. Bob, do you read me? I believe we have Bob Jackson on the sideline.
I hear you loud and clear down here. It's a lot of commotion, but I'm here. I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, boys. So you both were at the Argyle game. Give us some thoughts. What'd you see? What'd you like? What'd you not like?
Well, just for starters, the first half is about how Argyle ran out of their tunnel. There was a clothesline when their banner didn't really break open. The player went clothesline, and that's about how Lake Dallas played in the first half. Had a way better second half. Barely allowed any points in the second half, and you want to see them do that more. When you have 11 turnovers in the past 2 games, I mean, that's just unacceptable. So tonight, the key of the game is to hold on to the ball security, and if you can do that and clean up your mistakes, I mean, this defense is good. We've seen that. It's really been the offense holding on and keeping possession of the ball and putting the ball in the end zone that is going to make or break this team. So being able to do that is going to be a big telltale sign to the success of this Falcon team tonight.
Absolutely. Holding on to the ball is certainly going to be priority number 1. I believe there have been 2 games in a row where we've turned the ball over quite a bit. What has it been, 11 turnovers in the last 2 games?
11 turnovers in the last 2 games, and it's just, you know, it's little issues like that are going to bite you in the foot every time. And so I want to see them clean those things up. And Bob, what is one thing you saw that you want to see improve on?
I want to see consistency on our offensive drives. We've got a really good defense down here, but I mean, any defense is going to break if they're on the field for a lot of plays and a lot of time. So I want to see us sustain drives, whether it ends in points, doesn't end in points, first downs, move the ball, and like you said, most importantly, hold on to the ball. And like I said the first game of the year, special teams, folks, special teams, let's clean it up and let's make it look nice and neat and prim and proper.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we got to get the running game going, I believe. We got to do two things with the running game. Stop theirs. Their running back is an absolute monster. If he gets outside the tackles, look out. You got to keep him inside. Defensive ends have got to stay home tonight. That's their number one priority. Force things inside and let those linebackers go to work. Xavier Rodriguez, Riley Griffin, let those boys do what they do best, and that's make some tackles. Riley Griffin coming into this game, I believe he's the Falcon leading tackler. Actually, Xavier is 10.6 tackles a game. Riley right behind him at 9.3. So those guys get after it at the second level. They need to do their job here tonight.
Well, if they can do that and wrap up, that's going to be a huge test. This school, Frisco Emerson, brand new school, got a bunch of juniors and sophomores. However, they're a good team. They should not be overlooked, and this is going to be a big test for the Lake Dallas Falcons. And where is this district play? This is, as they say, either go eat with the big dogs or stay on the porch. So right now, that's how you prove it.
That's what they say right there. This game does have some playoff implications, folks. I'm going to try to paint the picture as simply as possible. 4 teams from our district are going to go to the playoffs at the end of this season. Right now, we believe Independence and Argyle, who are both undefeated, are certainly going to go. They're 1-2. Then you got Emerson, who's currently ranked 3rd. They're 7-1. They have a 3-1 district record. Lake Dallas Falcons have a 2-1 district record. Their only loss coming to Argyle 2 weeks ago. They're currently in 4th place. Right behind them is the Denton Broncos. So you could see how one loss here, one loss there will tighten things up. We have Denton in 2 weeks here at home on senior night. So this game is massive for Lake Dallas's playoff implications.
It's as simple as this. You win this game tonight, you take 3rd place.
Yeah.
You take 3rd place and you have some security going in the next couple weeks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bob, did we already do the weather?
We have not done the weather yet. Would you like to hear it?
Let's hear it. What's the weather like out there?
Right now, it looks like we got a crisp, about 16 mile per hour. Hold on, wait. Yeah, 16 mile per hour wind heading north here, in towards the scoreboard here, and it's a crisp day. The lights are on.
Did you lick your finger?
How is she supposed to tell the wind? I don't have a barometer down here. I'm just a guy.
Barometer? What is this guy, a scientist? I thought he was just a sideline reporter.
I do it all, guys. You got to know this already, okay? But it's a nice night. It's a nice night for football. It's a nice night for a Falcon win.
Very good, very good. Well, the coin toss just happened. Falcons are going to receive. Falcons are running out of the tunnel. We'll be right. We're going to throw it to commercial break real quick. We'll be right back. We'll have the national anthem coming for you, and then kickoff. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the video board. Lake Dallas ISD, in conjunction with the Texas High School Coaches Association, is pleased to recognize tonight's officials for this game and all games. Officials with the Texas Association of Sports Officials perform an invaluable duty during all sporting competitions. Without them, games such as tonight would not be possible. We ask that you stand and join us in recognizing officials across the state of Texas for their hard work and dedication to athletes. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as the Lake Dallas High School Band performs the national anthem.
right, Falcon fans, we are back. Did I scare you there, Cameron?
Man, you came in hot. Oh my gosh.
Got to be looking alive today, Cameron. Got to be looking alive. Huge game. Falcons versus the Emerson Mavericks. Cameron, did you know this is the very first time these two teams have matched up?
Well, could have assumed that considering it's a new school, Smitty.
It is a brand new school, folks. And guess what? They look exactly like the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. What do you think about that?
Smitty loves it.
Not a fan.
I've actually heard you earlier saying, man, I thought Mac Brown was on the sideline, and then you're a huge Mac Brown fan. So
not a Mac Brown fan.
Mac Brown.
Mac Brown. No, guys, tonight this is a big one. 6-1 Falcons, 7-1 Emerson Mavericks. Emerson is a Frisco school. They're located actually in McKinney, but they are in Frisco ISD, if you were wondering.
How does that work?
I don't know. I don't make the rules, man. I just follow them.
Well, here's the deal. I got 3 words for you tonight.
What's that?
Let Keondae cook. Get him involved early and let that receiver that is the number 1 receiver on your team get involved early and run the ball out the backfield, throw it to him down the field, and let's see if they can stop him tonight.
Keondae Henry's got 10 receiving touchdowns on the year so far. A lot of times he's got 12 total touchdowns on the year. Nicky Gray, he's got 8. Dylan, the debacle Brockle's got 5 TDs on the year as well. A lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball, and that's who's going to start this thing out for the Falcons. Here's the kick to start this thing out, and it's going to be a low onside type kick. It's a ground ball fielded in the middle, and that'll be brought out to the 42-yard line. Falcons going to start with a nice field position.
You know what they called that back in my day? They called that a squib.
The squib.
The squib kick.
Does anybody know where that came from? Is there like a man named Todd Squibb?
That's for you to know. You're the one supposed to be giving us the sideline nuggets.
Yeah, we get a little Bob's Nuggets tonight?
Yeah.
If you want them.
Sure.
If you want them.
Look up the origin of the squib kick.
Say less.
Have us some nuggets ready for 2.
Are y'all giving away shirts for the right answer?
No, we're going to give away a Chick-fil-A lunch with you.
Yeah, you got to buy a bunch of people chicken, too.
You got to get at least 3 right for that.
So here we go, Falcon offense. They have taken the field. Bortnam in the shotgun, handoff up the middle. It's Dylan Brockle. He's going to pick up a few yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Dylan Brockle doing a nice job this year, taking care of the ball, picking up yards where he can. He's been splitting a lot of time with Sam McAfee. Dylan Brockle is number 4, McAfee number 5, and that tandem of running back has been doing a solid job. Play action, right side, it's a screen pass to Nicky Gray. He makes a man miss, stiff arm at the 45, and he's going to be driven out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and 5.
Well, and those little gains, they do something right there. Nicky Gray, let him cook early. You want to get him involved and let him redeem himself for some of those fumbles he had last time. Thank you for the pin that I've been asking for 10 minutes right there, and you just had it in your hand the whole time, huh?
I didn't know. Shotgun formation. Got the sniffer back in there. Handoff, little misdirection play. And he's going to have enough for a first down, hopefully with a good spot. They got him at the 48-yard line. I think they're signaling, let's move the chains. And that'll be a first down for the Falcons. Nice job there by Dylan Brockle, picking up the yards, knowing where the marker was. At the bottom of your screen, you got Keondae Henry, the Falcons' leading receiver. In the slot there, it's number 7, Xavier Lopez. Nicky Gray, the pink socks, in the slot on the upper side of your screen. And then Evan Weinberg on the far side. Keondae in motion. Bortnam looks for him, fires. Keondae all alone. He drops it. In and out of his hands. Beautiful throw by Cade Bortnam, and that was touchdown city right there.
That was a beautiful play design. That's something you don't see Keondae Henry do often is miss a catch. I mean, that is incredible, but let's see what he does now. He's going to get involved again, and that's just it happens, folks. It happens, and let's get him involved again and see if he can do it, because that was probably one of the biggest drops you've ever seen Keondae make ever in Falcon history.
Yep.
And that'll be there again. They're cheating to him hard.
Shotgun snap, quick pass over the middle. Nicky Gray's got it. He's met quickly by some Emerson defenders, and it's going to be 3rd down and short for the Falcons.
Bob, would you say there, Carrie Underwood before he cheats?
Number 30.
You know, you need to separate your country music star life and your color commentary life.
Just like Hannah Montana.
Yeah, you need to have the Hannah Montana style of broadcasting.
Everybody has those days. Everybody makes mistakes.
Nicky Gray in the slot. Evan Weinberg in motion, coming from left to right. It's going to be a rollout. Bortnum fires quickly. It's Weinberg. Caught at the 38-yard line, and he's brought out of bounds at the 37. That'll be enough for a first down. That's Falcons driving.
That's going to move the chains, and that chains, not the change, the chains. And here's the deal. Weinberg, he has came on, really well as the season has progressed, and they've got him involved a lot more with this offense, and he is such a good receiver and really underrated, in my opinion, to be able to go up and fight for that ball.
A lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball. You're right. Weinberg had a career game against that overtime thrilling victory against Memorial. Bortnum moving up in the pocket, and he throws nearly an interception at the 25-yard line.
Man, that's something we don't see Bortnum do a lot, but way to step up in the pocket and miss a sack and not go down. But, man, I want to see him look for some other options there because he tried to thread the needle there. He's confident, though. He's a confident quarterback.
Here's a package you don't see often. Dylan Brockle coming out. The sophomore wide receiver, Cameron Parma, number 19.
Great name.
Be lining up in the slot.
It's a great name. Harvey, I think it was more the Cameron.
Bortnum looking for signs from the sideline.
He knew what you meant.
Double set wide receivers. Nicky Gray in the backfield. Bortnum fires. He's got Keondae Henry at the 29-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and short for the Falcons.
Man, get Keondae Henry involved again. Look at him. He brought that ball in. I think what happened on that play, Smitty, is that he tried to run before he had the ball. That's what happened. He tried to keep going. He knew he had a touchdown. He just didn't secure the ball before he started running.
Parma comes out. Ethan Blakesley goes in. Brockle back in the game for the Falcon offense.
Still on the debacle. Brockle ready to run the ball. Look for a run here.
Nicky Gray in the slot with the pink socks. Those are bright. Handoff, little misdirection. He breaks the tackle. He's inside the 25, inside the 20, and he's down at the 15. Ball comes out, but recovered by Ethan Blakesley.
Smitty, that's one thing we said in our keys to the game. Do not lose that ball. Now, it's kind of an awkward tackle the way he gets kind of pancaked a little bit, but Brockle is so fast. He's so fast once he can explode through the line. Gotta hold on to that ball. Gotta hold on to that ball because you can not. They got away with one right there.
I think he was down when the ball came out, but nonetheless, you are 100% right.
First and 10 Falcons.
Quick pass, he's firing towards Weinberg. Corner of the end zone, and that receiver was all over him.
I'm kind of a homer, but he did not get his head around there.
You mean a lot of hand fighting?
Corner?
Yeah, the corner was all over Weinberg there.
Did not get his head around.
He didn't turn his head. And Bob, you've got a great view down there to be able to see that. And
no.
And you need to look alive down there. You might.
You're lucky I don't have any yellow. You're lucky I don't have any yellow on me because I would have put something on the grass over there.
Hey, you would have thrown your own flag?
I would have thrown it far.
I don't believe that's ever happened in the history of the Quarterback Club broadcast. Quick pass towards the deep end zone. Keondae Henry goes up. Not able to come down with it as Bortnum put it in a spot where only Keondae could get it.
And I don't know if he'd have been able to get a foot in. He was just kind of almost right there.
Bob, what are your thoughts? You saw it better than anybody.
It would have been close. If he would have dragged the toe, it would have been close. But we can't go to the booth here, so who knows?
They have a tendency to give him those ones in high school. If he comes down with that ball, that's a touchdown. Here's the snap.
A lot of pressure.
Bortnum on the run and fires it. Nobody in sight on that one. And we're probably going to bring out the kicking unit here. On comes number 36, Luan Lee. He's had a nice season so far.
He has. And, Luan Lee, crazy story about him. First-year kicker. Mm-hmm. But is he a senior, Michaela? First-year kicker, but a senior. Came from playing soccer, wasn't he?
Yeah, converted soccer player. So the senior Luan Lee is 5'10", 160 pounds as he's listed here on the roster. Southpaw, too. A little lefty.
Oh, southpaw. That's what we're calling it, huh?
That's right.
Wow.
Common term.
This?
Oh, it's a botch snap, and Bortnum's going to run with it. He might have a little room. No, he's going to get brought down at the 19-yard line, and that's going to be a turnover. Mistakes is how you sum up that first drive. Drop ball by Keondae Henry, botch snap, and botch hold. I think it was more the hold there.
That was really weird, actually, because everybody stopped playing for a second, like it was not live. That was odd.
Yeah, Bortnum tried to place the ball as if it never happened, and Lee was just kind of looking at him like, I think we're done here. We missed our chance.
And Emerson did the same thing. They were like, yeah, I think that's it, right?
It was kind of a glitch in the matrix, if you will.
Absolutely.
Lee does that little stutter step, too, when he's kicking a lot. You see that, and it freaks me out a lot, man.
So, folks, I want to set it up here. 8:27 to go in the first quarter. Haven't given you the time or scenario at all this game so far, as this is going to be a strange play. He takes a lot of steps, but eventually gets nowhere, as that was the first play from scrimmage for Emerson. 0-0 ball game. We just saw the end of the first drive for the Falcons, if you're just now joining us. They weren't able to capitalize on a couple of opportunities, turn the ball over. Emerson is now seeing what they can do for their first time on offense here tonight.
Maxey is fast. You can tell that with the way he just cut up field right there, but luckily the Falcons are able to stuff him, and that looks good. That looked good. Now, let's see if Tips Island can hold down some receivers over here.
Mike Molstad, the quarterback, sophomore quarterback. It's going to be a handoff right side. Maxey's looking for a hole. Riley Griffin doing a nice job of filling the gap. Big-time tackle there. Who else is over there? Trying to get a number. Is that Humphrey Kakuba, 61, making a play?
Yep, and you got number 3 over there as well, Zinjan Gomez.
Sinjin Gomez.
Well, he goes by X.
We've been yelled at a little bit about that one.
He goes by X, but we want to call him Sinjin, so let's call him X.
We've been saying it wrong for like 18 months.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Falcons line up with 4 defensive linemen up front. You got 3 linebackers. 2 corners, 2 safeties.
8 seconds on the play clock. All right.
Shotgun snap, drops back, moving up in the pocket. Oh, pressure, that's going to be a sack.
You know
Forcing 4th down.
You know
Gigi, God-give Ukachukwu.
God-give Ukachukwu is just fired up right now, and as he should be. Huge sack. Going to give this offense another chance to go out there and redeem themselves for that pass drive where they had a little bit of offense moving and almost got in the end zone. Let them get, now that they got their sea legs, if you will, go out there and see what this offense can do.
Hey, they had some opportunities. This is certainly a matchup that they can win on the offensive side of the ball. They just showed that they can win on the defensive side of the ball as well. Here comes a little bit of pressure on this punt. It's going to be a low line drive bouncing at the 45, recovered by Nicky on the opposite 45, and he's running towards the Falcon sideline. He's got a little bit of running room. He's going to get driven out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Falcons starting over with a very short field. Need to put some points on the board here.
That's a great return.
The game's moving a little quick. We're going to get to all of our sponsors. We just haven't had time just yet. We got 6:18 on the clock.
Well, I've already waved at Mark Tucker over there. Shout out Mark Tucker. There's a sponsor.
Shout out Mark Tucker, who's over there in the owner suite. Who else we got over there? Got some young owners over there.
Young owners.
Look at this. Having a great time over there.
See Doc Rock over there chewing on a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Is Doc Rock in the box?
Doc Rock in the box over there.
All right. Look at that. We got the whole gang. Harvey, don't wave. You're a stat man.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, there he is. Everybody's waving over here.
Sounds like a hostile work environment up there.
Bortnam drops back. He fires across the middle, and this ball is going to be intercepted. Throws it across the middle again. Tackle's going to be made by Keonde, and Emerson is going to take over at the 32-yard line. Boy, that is tough.
Smitty, we saw him do it again, try to force that ball in an area that he, last time you got away with one. This time they're going to, you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Well, no, fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But he's not going to be shame on me this time. He was able to pick that one up and intercept it.
That was Cade Fortner with the interception, the junior linebacker for Emerson, and they're going to take over. Boy, that was not a very lengthy possession there.
Kind of takes the wind out of your sails.
Absolutely. 6:06 here to go in the first quarter. This is Emerson's second possession, coming off a Cade Bortnam interception. As we now have a little pitch to the right side, and that's going to be Shaq Bills picking up a few yards for Emerson.
And Riley Griffin's able to get a hand on him and stop him before he can start running more. So that was a great play by Riley Griffin there.
We'll see if this Falcon defense can answer again. They didn't have very much time to catch their breath after that quick offensive possession. Bortnam has fired across the middle 2 times here tonight, each time probably a bit ill-advised. A lot of coverage, double coverage, maybe even triple coverage if you go back and watch the tape. As this is going to be a handoff up the middle. It's Shaq Bills again.
45. You know who that is.
Is that Tanner Moon?
That's Tanner Moon.
Tanner Moon making a play.
We got to get him a good new chant going. We're calling his name a lot. Moon. That's what I was thinking, too. Moon.
Also, weather report, there is no moon out in the sky tonight.
Good moon report. Look at that.
No moon.
There's
Way
no
to look
moon.
alive, Bob.
But there's a full moon on the field.
3rd and 2 here to go. Ball is at the 41-yard line. 5 minutes to go and rolling here in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game. Falcons going with 4 down linemen. And we got a false start. That's going to back them up a little bit.
Well,
We're going to have 3rd and 7.
Go ahead and cue the beep, Smitty.
Back them up. Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, is that a Tonka truck?
That's right. Backing them up. 4:47 here to go in the first quarter. And we're gonna have a game on our hands. I got a feeling about this one, guys. Huge game. 7-1 Emerson, 6-1 Lake Dallas. This is gonna be a dogfight. Everybody get ready.
Are you
3rd
ready?
and 7. Ball on the 36-yard line. We got another false start right there. Everybody's looking around. But nope. They're just getting signals from the sideline. Shotgun snap, looking right, moves up in the pocket, feeling the pressure, fires across the middle. Eli in coverage.
Flag.
As there is some mustard on the lettuce at the 38-yard line.
Number 2.
The catch was good enough for a first down.
Are they going to say pass interference, Bob?
I think that was actually Javon Washington in coverage on that.
An eligible man downfield.
Yeah.
All right, we're backing him up a bit more.
We like it. It's good for us.
Well,
Catching a break there.
Bob, go ahead and cue the Tonka truck.
Ineligible man downfield.
All right.
Nope, he doesn't care.
That went well.
He's just a weatherman.
He's just a weatherman.
A weatherman.
3rd
Third and
down 12.
12. 4:22 here to go in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game. Falcons going with 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 2 defensive backs on the corners, and 2 safeties. Trips left for Emerson. 1 receiver on the right. Quarterback drops back, feeling the pressure from Gigi. It looks like Tips came up. No, that was Beecham that came up, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. We got 4th and long. That'll bring on the punt team.
That will bring on the punt team, allegedly, and it's going to. And
Allegedly.
Again, getting this offense on the field, see what they can do.
Nicky Gray is going to be deep to return in the high pink socks. What do you think of those socks, Cameron?
Well, those are some bright socks, man.
Heard it here first, folks. Those are some bright socks. As we got the punt team out here, Nicky Gray deep at the Falcon 38-yard line.
almost a
Nearly
block
gets to it.
punt.
Might have got a hand on it. It's going to bounce on the Emerson side of the 50 at the 45, and that's probably where things are going to end. Falcon offense is going to take over. Folks, we'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Looking for a newer used car can be stressful. Well, stress no more. James Wood Auto Group in Denton makes the buying process easy and, most importantly, stress-free. So come stop by James Wood's convenient location off I-35 South in Denton today.
1st and 10 for the Falcons. 3:46 here to go in the first quarter.
Award-winning
And that's a handoff up the middle. Sam McAfee. He's got 9 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring, he got 8 yards on that. 2nd down and 2 here for the Falcons.
Gain of 7 yards.
Ethan Blakesley in at the sniffer back.
Pat McAfee's cousin, man. He can run up there.
Handoff. Bortnam, no, it's a play action. Bortnam fires right side. Looks like there was a little bit of confusion there. He was expecting Keondae to run some kind of a comeback route.
And I don't know if you guys can see this up here, but they're not very big up front. I would look for the Falcons later on to start running the rock right up the middle, man.
They've had success so far tonight.
It's there.
Done a good job so far tonight. Brockles already busted off, what was that, a 30-yard run? Something like that in the first round.
Look to him to stick with it for a while because it's there.
I ain't no good at this new math.
3rd and short for the Falcons. 3:21 here to go in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game. This Falcon defense has been wildly impressive so far in this one. Handoff, it's going to be McAfee right up the middle. He's got a burst, and he's got a first down.
What a great spin move, too. Wild getting tackled to pick up some extra yards, man. McAfee's just an incredible downhill runner, and Brockles got the speed.
Brings it to the 32-yard line.
You know, it's just... They've got 2 great running backs. They got a 3rd one, too, in Travis Brewer, who doesn't see the field a lot, but when he does, he's out there killing it.
Got a big-time matchup there. I like what you're seeing there, Bob. I really do, with the offensive versus defensive line matchup. McAfee's got the left side. He's got a hole. He's inside the 20, and he's going to get brought down.
Ball's out.
Ball is out, and is that recovered? No, ref is saying ball came out after he was down. It's going to be a first down for the Falcons. 2nd time that's happened tonight. It'll move the chains, but it just makes you so nervous.
They've got the fumble bug so bad here lately, man. And I don't know if that's something you reported to the CDC, but it is ridiculous.
Maybe one more week of it and the CDC will be notified. As it is a first down. The guys up front, we'll get to them here in a second. Bortnam drops back, fires one-on-one matchup. It's Weinberg. He tries to go over the defensive back. It's going to fall incomplete. I like what they're thinking. We got some mustard on the lettuce here at the 27-yard line in the backfield.
Bob, were you able to see anything about that?
I was watching the pass. I didn't see anything that went on in the backfield right there. It's in the area of holding, though, as they normally say, in the area of holding.
In the area of holding as Blakesley comes off. You got Parma and Lopez coming on as wide receivers. They're waving off the flag, so that's good. Our big guys up front.
And their coach looks mad about something, so I don't know what he saw, but he's not a referee, so they should throw somebody. He's playing on the field right now.
McAfee coming off the field as well. Weinberg, he's holding his leg or his hand. I can't tell. He seems to be wincing in a bit of pain on the far side of the field. Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him or something like that.
I think they just gave them a first down.
No.
Well, their coach is mad about something, so they might have given them a first down.
Huh. That would be odd. Unless was there a defensive flag that we didn't see? Because that was first down right there. The pass was a first down pass.
They haven't changed the marker yet.
Well, they waved off the flag, so I guess they're waiting to see what they decide before they change the marker, but their coach was very upset.
He's still giving it to him. That is first-year coach Kendall Miller there for the Emerson Mavericks. It's second down and 10.
Is it his first year, Smitty? That's crazy. Is it really?
No, it's second down and 10.
It is.
He was irate.
As it's going to be a screen pass over the middle, and really, if he would have brought that down, that would have lost some yards. Who was that? That was Cameron Parma over the middle. Screen pass didn't work quite the way they wanted it to.
It was a broken play from the beginning.
Yeah, it kind of was. Third down and 10, 2:24 here to go in the first quarter, 0-0 ball game. Falcons trying to get on the board. Missed opportunity for a touchdown in the first drive, missed opportunity for a field goal in the first drive. Neither team been able to find any kind of way to put points on the board just yet. Third down and 10 here from the 19-yard line. Bortnam drops back, fires across the middle. He's got Nicky Gray. He's at the 5-yard line, breaks the tackle, almost did. That'll be a first and goal situation for the Falcons after that great catch.
Man, his yards after catch is ridiculous. I mean, he is such a great runner when you get the ball in his hands.
Think we're going to put the ball in the air here, or are we just going to try to run it a few times?
This is a McAfee touchdown right here.
Here we go.
This is a Pat McAfee cousin touchdown.
Hunter Johnson, the left tackle. Corbin Burley, left guard. Caleb Sams, the center. Clinton Miles, right guard. Jeremiah Bruner, the right tackle. Those are the big boys up front. We'll see if they can get a push.
All right, Sam. I don't know what's going to be a throw.
We're going into the air. It's Keondae. And it's in and out of his hands. That defensive back got his hand on it at the very last second.
I'm going to get the ball.
Look at that.
Bob down there getting the ball, huh?
Number 6.
Let's see your best throw, Bob.
Wow, look at that tight spiral.
Look at the flick of that wrist.
Bob, was that defender holding his arm the whole time?
All right.
Okay, cool. You gonna honk the horn down there, Bob, or?
I think I am. Oh, they want me to put the mic in the horn for the people.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Second down and goal from the 5-yard line. Play action. Bortnam having to get rid of it. Man, we have got to play to our strengths a bit here. That's tough.
Just gets killed right there.
Brings up third down and 6.
Let's see if we can get a push, get something going here.
This offensive line has gotta find an answer to this defensive line.
Here we go. 1:42 here to go in the first quarter. Falcons looking at trying to get some points on the board for the first time in this one. 0-0 ball game. Emerson having a nice goal line stand right now as it's going to be a jet sweep. Fires over the middle. It's Weinberg, and that's caught for a touchdown. 6-0 Falcons.
And I'm telling you, man, Weinberg has absolutely come on these last few weeks. I mean, dude, he's looked good.
Evan Weinberg getting it done. 6-yard touchdown catch. Pass thrown by Cade Bortnam. I believe that's his
good to see you.
27th of the year.
Popped out of nowhere right there.
How much are y'all going to give me if I catch the extra point?
Go there and try to do it right now.
I'll give you half a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Run.
I don't need anything else.
Better run because they're about to kick it.
Here he goes. Lawan Lee on to attempt the extra point. Bortenham on to hold. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and Bob is way too slow to get over there. But the Falcons lead by 7 with 1:37 to go here in the first quarter. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
We'll be right back with the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast.
Mark Tucker, your local Allstate agent, has been a proud sponsor of your Lake Dallas Falcons football before there was a Lake Dallas Falcons football team. Mark was a sponsor before there were automobiles, before there was even a Mark Tucker. Ha! Impossible, you say? Not if you know Mark Tucker. Your rate's too high? Your company raising your rates every time you turn left? Give Mark a try. Mention Lake Dallas while getting a quote, and for every quote, $5 will go to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club. $5, $5, $5. Ka-ching! Mark Tucker, your local Allstate agent.
Welcome back to the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast.
$1:37 here to go in the first quarter. 7-0. Falcons on top of Emerson. There's the kickoff by Lawan Lee. It's going to be a short one, fielded at the 29-yard line by Emerson, and he makes a cut back towards the Falcon sideline. He's across the 40. Across the 45, and he's tripped up by St. John Gomez.
Nice effort by St. John.
Boy, that was narrowly avoiding disaster right there. You know how hard it was to get in the end zone? And if we would have just given up a return, that would have made me sick.
Well, we don't need that.
No. The booth is not big enough. So here comes this dominant Falcon defense so far. Total yards, we're almost through the end of the first quarter. Total yards, Cameron, Emerson's got 7 of them.
That's a pretty good number to have for if you're the Falcon defense.
Couple wide receivers stacked on the right side. It's a screen play towards the near side of the field as a huge tight end made that catch. Is that a tight end or a wide receiver? It looks like number 2.
It's kind of like a cross.
Kylan Evans, 6'2", 181, junior wide receiver.
And he kind of knocks over a defender, but then he's able to get a couple more on him and take him down.
They just made up for about half of their total yards in the first quarter so far. That kid is a big high school wide receiver.
You think you can tackle him, Smitty?
He's on Tips Island right now. No, I don't have much faith in myself. I can barely stand up here.
Believe in yourself, man.
Thank you. Dude, you're like a motivational speaker.
Thank you.
You know, speaking of motivational speakers, I got a little surprise for you. This is going to be a shotgun snap, second down, pitch out to the far side of the field. Big time play there. Xavier Rodriguez doing what he does best.
What a great stop by Xavier Rodriguez. You cannot write a better script of a tackle like that.
No, that was textbook. I think that's what you're going for. Textbook tackling is what that is right there. We got 20 seconds to go. Like I said, motivational speakers, guess what?
Wow.
Bruce Waller is going to be our halftime guest here in the studio at halftime.
Brother of Darren.
While the Emerson Band is playing, you're going to be hearing from the originator of the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast, Mr. Bruce Waller. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Is this third and long?
A
lot of pressure. Riley Griffin closing in on him. He's going to fire towards the sideline. Incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It should be the half, actually, or the quarter.
That is the quarter. That is the quarter.
That is the end of the quarter. So we are going to step away for a second. End of the quarter. We're heading into the second. Falcons lead 7-0. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast. 13 to be exact, Cameron. Falcons lead 7-0. This is the first play of the second quarter if you're just now joining us. It's been
the field here.
Pretty dominant performance by this Falcon defense so far, only giving up 4 total yards. As we got a flag, a block attempt was made. Who was that? Was that 6 for the Falcons?
That
was Colinden.
Yeah, they're angry on the other sideline. They think he got him, but it wasn't that bad.
No.
But also, we're going to get one of those today because they've gotten close.
We've been putting some serious pressure
Bob,
on.
you flip sides of the field.
I've been walking. I'm getting my steps in, all right?
Yeah, look at you.
Remember those little things they used to give you that you hung on your belt loop and it'd count your steps before the Apple Watch, when times were simpler?
Pedometer.
Are you 87 years old?
Yeah. You ever do a little mall walking?
I might have Benjamin Buttons.
I did not mall walk, no. What?
You got to get on that, man.
Malls are dead.
Could be a repunt here.
Offsides, Lake Dallas.
Oh, offside.
So we gave him 5 yards here. It's going to be, 4th down and 8?
Emerson move.
I think it's going to be 4th down and 12, which means 13.
Yeah, it was 4th down and 13.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. So they're going to move them up. It's going to be 4th down and 8. They're bringing the punt team back out.
You know what? You did a great job calculating that math. I'm not good at that math.
Thank you. Simple numbers. I'm quick, man. I'm quick. 11:52 here to go in the second quarter. Falcons lead 7-0. And Nicky Gray is back deep to return at the Falcon 25-yard line. He's got those bright neon pink socks. If you're wondering why everyone's wearing pink, we'll tell you here in just a moment after this punt. Hopefully, it's a block punt for a touchdown. The last time we put in a call for a block on special teams, you know what happened, Cameron?
It happened.
Oh, it happened, all right.
And they are punting into the wind here.
Into the wind.
I'm always wondering about the wind,
You got a mile an hour on that wind?
22,
all right.
That's a big wind.
Here we go with the snap. A lot of pressure. Another flag. And this ball is going to bounce at the 34-yard line, and Nicky's going to field it. Right, ill-advised to do so.
Flag there too.
21. He's going to get driven all the way back towards the 14 is where they're going to mark him down. So we got 2 flags on the field, one at the 49-yard line, Emerson side of things, one at the Lake Dallas side of things at the 31-yard line. Let's see how this thing shakes out.
I don't have an answer for what I think it is. I mean, it's beyond me.
We got a false start.
I think it was illegal formation.
Illegal formation, yeah. They would have whistled it dead if it were a false start. Coach Young discussing things with the Zebras at the 50-yard line.
The Zebras.
You like that?
We're going to have a third repunt.
You ever just wonder where I get my ideas?
We're going to have a third repunt.
Maybe. They're going to run it back out there?
The idea of zebras is kind of weird because their stripes go the opposite way. So it's kind of odd.
That's super technical.
We're going to have a third punt.
A third putt? Is this a triple bogey?
I said punt as I take a drink of water, but
You didn't.
All right, so in the time while we're here, we got a little dead time in the game. I'm going to tell you why everyone's wearing pink. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as most people do know, so Lake Dallas is having their pink out game. And this is going to support the Amy Koch Scholarship Fund. It's going to benefit the Lake City's Education Foundation. They're selling T-shirts, and you can make a direct donation to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club. Go to the LakeDallasQuarterbackClub.org to make a direct donation online or purchase a T-shirt at the game on the home side. They're going to be selling them this week and the rest of the home games until they sell out. They're a great T-shirt. It says Tackle Cancer. Got the Falcon logo on it. You're going to want one of these.
Third time's the charm on this punt.
As the ball is up, it's a knuckleball that's going to land somewhere around the 35-yard line and pretty much stay right there. That's where the Falcons are going to take over. So that'll do it. The Falcon offense finally going to be able to hit the field. We're going to stay right here. 11:28 here to go in the second quarter. Falcons lead 7-0. Last time this offensive unit was on the field, it ended in a 6-yard touchdown pass from Cade Bortnam to Evan Weinberg. See if they can do it again.
Well, I want to see it. They kind of look like they woke up a little bit. You have that bye week, you can kind of getting your sea legs back a little bit, getting a little loose, kind of figuring everything out. So I want to see this Falcon offense lock in.
Absolutely.
You got to get in touch with your inner self here.
That's right. That's right, Cameron.
Harvey knows. Harvey knows he shakes his head.
Harvey's shaking his head over here. Is this going to be a handoff right side? Dylan Brockle, he's got some room. He's across the 50. He's across the 45, and he's brought down at the 41-yard line. Dylan, the debacle Brockle with a huge pickup and a first down for the Falcons.
You know what that is? That's called finding your inner self, Smitty.
that is. You're right. Gain of 25 yards for Dylan Brockle. Big time play for the Falcons down on the right side of the field into enemy territory, as they say, Cameron.
Well, I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, so let's hand it off again. I mean, this kid is fast.
Blakesley in at the sniffer back on the right side. Two receivers on the left. Bortnam looking deep. He fires to Nicky Gray at the 5. It's caught. That'll be a touchdown for the Falcons.
And that's why I don't call plays for Lake Dallas, because they did exactly the opposite of what I said and scored a touchdown. So, great play design, great touchdown for Nicky Gray.
Huge play, 41-yard touchdown pass. Cade Bortnam to Nicky Gray. Falcons up 13-0 with 10:49 here to go in the second quarter.
I mean, he's so fast. He burnt him like toast. I mean, he burnt the corner like toast.
Absolutely. That was awesome. I think those socks make him even faster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like when you're playing a video game and you can upgrade your
Yeah,
player.
it's exactly like that.
Gives you some extra attributes.
Here's Lee on to attempt the extra point, and the snap is bobbled again. He chucks it into the end zone. Bortnam does, and not going to work.
Bad snap is low.
Special teams having a tough time connecting here on this kicking unit. They're going to need to figure that out. But the good news is, big-time play. Cade Bortnam to Nicky Gray. Falcons lead 13-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Right back with the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast.
Need lunch, but you're in a hurry? Well, I have the solution for you. Try Chick-fil-A in Corinth, located smack dab in the middle of Kensington Square. At Chick-fil-A in Corinth, the service is always fast, the food is always top-notch, and it's always their pleasure to serve you. Don't forget, they have breakfast too. Opens at 6 a.m. Monday through Saturday, dark on Sundays. Chick-fil-A, where dreams come true.
Give me some of that sweet tea.
Gosh dang, give him some of that sweet taste, Smitty.
It's always a good one right there. Lawan Lee sends this one deep into the end zone where nobody's at. Boy, that was his longest kick of the year, I'm telling you.
He's got a boot on him.
Falcons lead 13-0, big-time play. Cade Bortnam finds Nicky Gray in the end zone. 41-yard touchdown pass, so Bortnam's thrown 2 TDs and 1 interception so far in this one. Looks like this offensive unit's starting to move the ball, starting to figure things out. As Cameron would say, they're finding their inner selves.
Finding their inner selves, finding their sea legs, if you will.
Their sea legs, getting their sea legs about them.
Falcon faithful showed up a little bit tonight.
Absolutely. Big-time game. I'm glad they did. Got to pack this place out. Emerson starting their drive here with almost 11 minutes to go in the second. Roll out, right side, looking across the middle of the field, throws across his body. It'll be incomplete.
Well, he just misses his receiver right there, and it's kind of a broken play to begin with, but hey, get away with one right there, and credit the defense. They had everybody covered up. I mean, they had them all hemmed.
Mike Molstad, the quarterback for Emerson, he struggled so far in this one. He's 1 for 4 with 3 yards. Emerson 4 yards total on the night. So they are struggling to move the ball for sure. A lot of people have against this Falcon defensive unit this season.
Is that Cooper Rush?
Maybe. Is this going to be a pitch left side? He's going to pick up no yards, actually. Who's that? It's hard to see on the far side of the field.
26?
26, Xavier? Oh, that's Riley Griffin. That's 24.
Smitty, here's some broadcasting advice, okay? You
Get some
can't
binocs.
you can't ask who's that every play. You got to figure it out.
I can't see,
Say the
man.
number.
I feel like I'm getting old. Right
Who's
in front
that?
of our own
Well,
eyes.
figure it out who it is.
Look at me now. Can't be stopped.
Who's that?
We got to get some more distinct lines in our uniform.
I told you, these uniforms are
The
hard.
gray blends into the green. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 here for Emerson. Falcons needing a big stop. This could be the drive that separates them, and we got some movement up front.
Well, it's delay of game is what it is.
Delay of game.
I called a timeout, hopefully in time.
That'll back them up a little bit.
No, it's going to back up. This is going to be a flag. They did not call timeout.
3rd down and 15.
They're a new school. They're getting it figured out.
Hey, they're 7-1, man.
They're 7-1. That's the thing. They're good for being a new school. Think about, here's a stat for you. Braswell didn't. New school. When they were a new school, they didn't go 500 for the first 3-4 years of existence. So the fact this team's 7-1 shows a lot.
I remember when Geyer was new, we whooped them. A lot of confusion up front possibly for Emerson. Center's barking orders at the quarterback. Quarterback drops back. Gigi providing a lot of pressure. He fires. He almost had a wide open man at the 30-yard line.
And he almost made it one of the greatest catches you're going to see. And there's a flag on the field.
Flag on the play.
Out of nowhere.
It could have been called on the Lake Dallas sideline. I can't imagine it being anything else. There is a flag right down here at the 41-yard line on the near side of the field.
Sideline interference, so did it, yep.
Is the ref picking that up?
No, they just...
Okay, that was an interesting situation.
I don't know why they have premature flag control down here, but they got to get it together.
Well...
Sideline warning.
Okay. Oh, sideline warning. All right, we got a warning.
You owe me a Coke.
Look at that. All right, 4th down and 15, 9:29 here to go in the second quarter. Falcons lead 13-0, and it looks like this high-powered offense is getting the ball back once again. Emerson kicking from their own 5-yard line. As this one's blocked. It is blocked. Looks like James St. John's got it at the 25. He makes a move to 10. And he's tackled hard at the 8-yard line, but the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal situation.
Now go to the sideline. Get it one. There you go.
We got some young Falcons in the house here today. Look at that. What a game for you guys to see.
Now, sorry, excuse my reaction, but Zinjan got killed on that, but he got up ready to roll. Oh, hey. Thank you.
So I believe Xavier Rodriguez blocked that ball.
He did.
St. John, the ball dropped at the 25-yard line. St. John recovered it right about there, and he hauled it.
And now you're
towards the end zone, brought down at the 8.
You're in the red zone.
Let's go, boys. Put some points on the board here.
Why call the red zone when you're the Falcons? I'll start calling it the green zone.
You're inside the 10. I like it, the green zone.
The green zone.
You got quad receivers on the right side.
You like that, Bob? I saw you look up here.
Bortnam fires left side. It's Weinberg, and that's going to be a touchdown.
And you know, Weinberg, dare we say it, Bob? He got tested for the game. He's got that dog in him. Test results came in. Weinberg's tested positive for the dog in him, dude. Absolute dog.
9:11 here to go in the second quarter. Falcons lead 19-0. That's Weinberg's 2nd of the night, Bortnam's 3rd, and the Falcons are flying high.
Shout out to the owner suite for the Twix.
The kick is up, the kick is good, so there we go. The special teams getting on board too. Falcons lead 20-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
We'll be right back with more Lake Dallas Falcons football from the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast. Sweet Huffine Chevrolet in Louisville, where the prices are so low, so low, so low, so low.
Finding the right car can be tough. Finding the right Chevrolet can be easy. Finding the right Chevrolet at one of Huffine's DFW locations can be even easier. Visit Huffine Chevrolet, proud sponsor of your Lake Dallas Falcons, located in Louisville and Plano. Ray Huffines, serving our community since 1924.
You gotta find this car.
9:11 here to go in the second quarter. Lawan Lee sends it deep over the head of any Emerson returner, and they'll take over.
I'm gonna take it anywhere.
Falcons lead 20-0, coming off of an 8-yard touchdown pass from Cade Bortnam to Evan Weinberg. The extra point by Lawan Lee was good.
Bob, see if she'll take your picture. Bob's down there talking to the photographer, see if he can get a picture in.
Yes. Bob's very photogenic, if you haven't noticed.
Bob, can you hear us? Do you read?
I hear you.
See if she'll take your picture for the yearbook.
Yeah, get the yearbook.
We're just gonna. Tips isn't gonna be in there as part. This is gonna be me, a sideline guy.
Fired over to the left side. That's going to be a short pickup on first down for Emerson on the quick screen pass.
Also, quickly, Mike Squibb actually created the squib kick in 1981.
Really?
Believe it or not. And it actually got used on accident by the San Francisco 49ers in like a Brucey longest yard situation. And there you go. There's facts behind this. Believe it or not, I thought it was a joke.
Get a this up.
Get a cord.
What did you just say, Mike Squibb?
Yeah, like what kind of name is that?
I bet he got...
Handoff up the middle, driving him inside. That's exactly what these boys need to do. Let the linebackers eat. Riley Griffin in on the tackle. Looks like number 40, Ian Roundtree, in on the tackle as well.
It's gonna be a good enough game. It's gonna be a big third down here. See if they can stop them here. And if you're this Falcon defense, you're happy with what you're doing here. If you can stop them right here, and get off the field, this is a very successful first half for you.
If you get a short field again, you get them off the field here, get a short field, and you put some points on the board before halftime, you might be unhitching the wagons.
No, well, okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
As this is going to be a run up the middle, and he's met by a wall of Falcons. Riley Griffin and the rest of the gang in on that one.
What was that about unhitching wagons?
And putting the ponies in the...
Okay, we're not doing that anyways.
So fourth and short here. Emerson's going to have to make a decision. It looks like they're keeping the offense on the field.
Well, you're down 20-0 the first half, and
you got to do something.
Yeah, and you're gonna elect to go for it here. Now, you might see the quarterback punt.
You could see that. That was a big player in the Lake Dallas fourth down playbook for a while.
They're not running a play.
There's no way.
There's no way.
7:48 here to go in the second quarter. Falcons lead 20-0. Fourth down handoff up the middle, and he's got enough for a first down.
I stand corrected. Where there's a will, there's a way. Please tell me there's someone named Will on their offense.
Cameron, you're going to want to check that.
Let me go down through the 55,000 players they have on the list.
Read them all off. Read them all off from the top to the bottom on the air. No, don't do that.
Evans.
Do not do that. It's a first down, so that is really one of the first downs in a while. Is it the first down for the Mavericks? As this is going to be a sack. No, out of the clutches of one Falcon, Tanner Moon, and he was chased down by Ian Roundtree. Just tried to get the ball away. He did. It's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Mavericks.
They have a William.
What number is he?
25.
Where there's a will, there's a way. To lose to the Falcons.
He's a defensive back.
First off, Smitty, if you read here, number 25, William Wells is a running back sophomore. Okay, I'll do my research.
I printed that out for you.
I researched it.
Second down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Emerson not really finding any answers for this tough Falcon defense. Falcons going with a four-man front. They're showing some pressure here.
Mid timeout here.
We got a timeout, so we're going to have a stoppage of play. We're going to roll some commercials. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Therapy Partners of North Texas in Corinth is a proud supporter of Falcon Athletics. Their main goal is keeping your athlete in the game and cheering you in the stands. So if you have any aches or pains that limit your daily life, give Therapy Partners of North Texas a call at 940-498-4004 or ask your physician how Therapy Partners of North Texas can help you today.
Hey Falcon fans, your local community bank, Point Bank, would like to invite you to its location right here in Corinth to get your very own Lake Dallas school logo debit card. It's free when you open up a new personal checking account. To sweeten the deal, Point Bank will make a $25 donation to your choice of participating booster clubs. Point Bank is a member of FDIC Bank. Good luck, Falcons.
If I had $1 million.
If I had $1 million.
Second down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Handoff left side. He's got room. Tips chasing him down, shoves him out of bounds. Nice hit on the far side of the field there, but I think that's going to be enough to move the chains.
It is. Tips has a great hit, but it also makes a great move to jump over the chains.
Yeah. What an athlete. Definitely didn't get it from his older brother.
He did not get it from his older brother.
Did not get it from his older brother. Did not.
Adam did not teach him that.
Emerson now with 26 total yards on the night.
You ain't got to rub it in, Smitty. Come on, man.
Well, I'm keeping track of that one. This defense is unbelievable, man. Ian Roundtree with a big-time play. Tackle for loss. That'll be a loss of 3. Second down and 13.
That was William Wells on the carry there and just not able to find anything.
Well, I think what we just found out there, if there's a will, there is not a way.
Loss of 3 yards.
A way back.
Usually it's
A way back. All right, let's reel it in, boys.
Usually it's Will I Am. It was Will I'm Not right there.
6:26 here to go in the second quarter. Big-time play by Ian Roundtree. This Falcon defense eating them up here. Fires across the middle. No, it's going to be on the far side of the field. Broken tackle. Still not enough for a first down. That's that huge wide receiver, Kylan Evans. Tips tried to make a play on him, and he got away from him. It's going to be third down and short.
6'2", 181.
That's actually not where they marked him. Tips did a nice job of driving him out of bounds.
Pushed out to 47 yards.
I'm glad you corrected yourself.
I thought he got
broadcast integrity.
I thought he got a couple yards short of the first down marker, but it's actually going to be third down and 4 from the 47-yard line. They have finally crossed into Falcon territory. Falcons going with 4 down linemen, but they got Roundtree coming off the far side of the line there. They're showing blitz on the near side as well.
Green.
Looks like Xavier Rodriguez is coming in, and that's Humphrey Kakuba. Laying the wood in the backfield. That's how it's done right there. Falcons coming up big on third down once again.
That man came in there like a freight train, untouched. I'd be terrified. I'd have nightmares about that.
Well, they were showing 6. They were showing that they were bringing 6, and guess what? Against all odds, they brought 6. They brought 6. They did it.
That's crazy.
Hey, Bob, she put that made on the phone booth.
Didn't let him out till he was Clark Kent again. Lois Lane, where are you?
How many times did you guys say that last week when I was gone? What happens when I leave you guys unsupervised?
So much. Way too much. It's your fault. You shouldn't do it.
Here comes the punt team. Nikki Gray on to receive at the Falcon 30-yard line. This is going to be dropping at the 32 and down at the 31-yard line. That's where the Falcons are going to take over with 5:24 here to go in the second quarter. Falcons have a 20-0 lead. Cade Bortnam, he's had a nice little game so far, thrown 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's 8 for 19. He's got 91 yards, 41-yard bomb to Nikki Gray. That was the biggest play of the game so far. Dylan Brockle, he's rattled off a couple long yards. He's gone a couple long runs. 4 for 45. McAfee is 3 for 26.
Some dogs around here.
Couple of dogs, no doubt about it. Weinberg, 2 touchdowns on the night. He's got 3 catches for 19 yards with 2 touchdowns. So McAfee's going on towards the near side of the field. He's going to scramble to pick up a yard. Looks like just maybe a yard.
He was looking for it.
Number 5, Sam McAfee on the carry.
Let's see, what are we waving off here? Here's some whistles going on.
There's a lot of activity here. Oh, they got somebody injured?
Looks like Ethan Blakesley's coming off. Xavier Lopez, number 7, coming on. He's going to be lined up in the far side slot alongside Keonde. We got the coach, Coach Jason Young, talking with the official. He's waving over Scott Sander. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here.
Play the trumpets.
Let me go see if I can get my mic in there. And I'll
play the trumpets.
You know, like the closer for the Mets?
So, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but we're not going to sit around and wait until we figure it out. I'm not sure if we should go to commercial or not, so no, it looks like Bortnam's going back up to the line of scrimmage. We're going to get things rolling once again. Maybe there's a clock issue or a scoreboard issue. I don't see one. So, folks, I'm going to start giving you some stats. No, we're back to play. I'm sorry about that confusing delay there.
Hey, Bob, see if you can find out what's going on down there.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to get the scoop.
Weinberg in motion from left to right. Bortnam handles a bad snap, fires over the middle. Oh! And he's looking for Nikki Gray. It's going to fall incomplete, bringing up third down and 8.
That was there. The timing was just off by a second based on the bobbled snap.
Yeah, Bortnam had to, it was a snap kind of to his right side. He had to catch it one-handed there. And now we got third down and long. That's not what you want to see here. We got Weinberg, Nikki Gray, and Keonde Henry lined up. Trips receiver on the left side. Nobody on the right. believe we have a tight end, Blakesley, over there on the far side of the field. McAfee, the lone back in the backfield. Bortnam looks left, fires deep. He's going for Weinberg. Weinberg catches it at the 35, and he is going to take it all the way.
Oh, Smitty. Can I say something?
Touchdown, Falcons.
Can I say something freely?
Let's hear it, Cameron.
He got away with one there. He pushed off.
No, their legs got tangled up. This is some good old-fashioned ball right there.
He pushed off. Oh, Dan Smith is up here.
We're coming back.
He pushed off. And, oh, man.
We're coming back. Who called that? Did the back judge call that?
Dude, I'm telling you, when that arm was so extended, I mean...
He's got long arms. He's got long arms. It's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
He was running.
The defender was holding...
Are we going into some kind of a tempo offense right here, right after? Are we going to try to catch him napping? Because I see the receivers, Parma and Keonde over there. They're getting ready. They're looking for a signal. They're trying to get something going.
Probably just going to run the play. Same play, the opposite side. It's the same formation.
Yeah, we got trips right this time. McAfee, the lone back in the backfield. Blakely has switched sides. Ethan Blakesley, the tight end, number 81. And it's a shotgun snap. He's looking right, looking deep, fires over the middle of the field. He's got Nicky Gray, and he wasn't able to bring it in. He heard the footsteps.
Well, number 10 was able to get a hand in there a little bit too, so that was good. You all right?
I did. I just dropped my pen. It was a good pass there. Who was in coverage? Kennedy Breedlove, the junior defensive back, number 10. He did get his hand in there, but man, Nicky had it. Yeah. That was a really good pass for not being his first read. Nice job there by Cade Bortnam to find a man. Unfortunately, couldn't bring it in. We got Mitchell White on to punt. Sophomore punter, and he's going to send this one to roughly the Emerson 40-yard line, and he's going to make a move. The returner is going to get this thing down to near the 40-yard line. As Emerson going to start with a short field here. We'll see what this dominant defense can do. We got 4:36 to go here in the second quarter. Falcons lead 20-0. Had a touchdown called back. That was a tough one. Evan Weinberg, that was going to be his third of the night.
Bob, there goes Sander if you want to get your report over there.
Okay, yeah, go get
I've spent a lot of years around this man, okay? It takes a look to realize, I'll wait. I'll wait.
Not the time?
Yeah, I'll wait.
Good job reading the room, Bob.
Proud of you.
Falcons looking like they're bringing pressure. Quarterback barking orders.
Smitty, your mom's here, too.
Oh, my gosh, it's a family reunion.
Family reunion up here.
Shotgun snap. Molstad looking left. Fires deep to Tips Island. That's going to fall incomplete.
Well, you know they say you throw the Tips Island, you got to pay for that vacation, and they did not pass their passport inspection, and they did not buy a ticket.
You just made that up. How long have you been sitting on that?
That's so good. I just made it up.
Wow. Wow.
Like it?
That is good.
Hey, you see this, Bob? It's called dropping the mic with the pen.
This man is
came out smooth, too.
Content machine.
Solid.
Well, keep me around. There's more where that came from.
No, there's not. The well is run dry.
No.
Second down and 10. 4:30 to go here in the second quarter. Quick pass, left side.
He dropped it.
He dropped
it.
He's clearly the number one target. Kylan Evans, huge wide receiver for Emerson, 6'2", 181. Tips has been on him all night.
Man.
Might be in his head after that. Drop ball there. That was a big play.
You know, there was a Category 4
See, the well is run dry.
God, dude, you can't interrupt me in the middle of it.
No, the first one
that was going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's all right. Just let the game come to you.
You can't interrupt me in the middle of it, and you're going to let me get it out.
Third down and 10.
Okay.
Receiver in motion from left to right, and the snap has been bobbled.
And the running back's going to throw it.
And that ball is caught.
That was supposed to be a trick play. That's a legal formation, not happening, but that was supposed to be a trick play.
We got some mustard on the lettuce at the 40-yard line. Let's see, offsides on the defense. They jumped. It's declined. That's going to be a first down for the Mavericks.
I mean, give them credit because that was a broken play, and the running back makes a great throw. Number 14.
Yeah, Kelton Wafer made the catch there. He's a sophomore wide receiver. He was diving away from the press box, so that was why I was unsure with my delivery. I honestly couldn't tell if he caught that or not.
You ever seen a 5'5" quarterback sling a ball like that and make a completion? That's some trick play we're doing right here.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen you play quarterback, Cameron.
No, you're right. Number 5 is the quarterback.
He's
I Shaq Bills.
He's a running back, though. This is a Wildcat.
Handoff up the middle. No, he's going to keep it himself. Bounce it across to the far side of the field. He's across the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, and he's driven out of bounds by Camden Beecham, but not before he got a massive pickup. That's going to be enough to set up a first down and goal.
He is quick, and he was really kind of leading this charge. One of his other backs was back there with him. He hits him on the shoulder pad and said, "Get over there, get out of my way, and let me grab this ball and run."
He's doing his best Greg Jennings impression here. He's putting the team on his back. You like that? See, that's how it's done right there, Cameron.
That's not hitting the post.
Eshak Bills in at quarterback once again. They were not liking the Molstad offense. And he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage by a gang of Falcon tacklers. Humphrey Kakuba in on the action there. Looks like Nakeem Bovin making his presence known.
Number 5 on the carry. Stop made by a whole block of Falcons.
Nope, they're not going to put the quarterback ran back out there. They said, stay out.
No, that was number 15 coming in on the play there.
No, yeah, number 12, the quarterback, is still on the side. This is a wildcat. This is a wildcat formation. Number 5 is a running back. This is a wildcat formation.
That's number 2.
This is number 5 holding the ball, so it is a wildcat formation.
It is number 5 playing quarterback currently.
I'm aware of that. Guys, I'm aware of it is. He's playing quarterback, yes.
Yes.
Eshak Bills is playing quarterback.
They're changing things up.
Mike Molstad coming back into the game.
3rd and goal for the Mavericks.
I mean, the wildcat was working for him. What, you think he threw it one time?
2:15 here to go in the second quarter.
Because he threw it one time? He's a quarterback now? It was a broken play.
We got 3rd down here. And we're going to have a timeout. So as they step aside, we're going to do the same. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
We'll be right back with the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast.
What's up, Falcon fans? Garen here to talk to you about Mark Tucker Allstate, aka the best insurance agent in Corinth. With over 30 years of experience, Mark and his team will cover everything from home, auto, condo, renters, motorcycle, business, basically everything, including the kitchen sink. Be sure to give Mark a call today at 940-321-1881. Let's go, Falcons.
Welcome back to the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast.
We are back. 3rd down, he drops back, fires, he's got a man. Missed tackle there at the 15, and he's going to get brought down at the 5-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 6, actually. It'll bring up 4th down.
Going to set them up in field goal position here. I'm surprised they didn't leave the running back in at quarterback to run that kind of hybrid wildcat formation that they're running.
So we got 140 and rolling here in the second quarter. Molstad barking orders. They're going for it here on 4th down. I guess that's what you got to do.
Man,
you're down 20-0. And it looks like Jason Young's going to call a timeout. So we're going to give you a quick recap and a halftime preview here as the Falcons lead 20-0 with 1:27 here to go in the second quarter. It's been all Falcons here tonight at Falcon Stadium. 159 total yards compared to Emerson's 59. Cade Bortnam has thrown for 3 touchdowns. He did throw 1 interception. A couple ill-advised passes over the middle resulted in 1 interception. Luckily, the defense has had his back, doing a nice job of keeping points off the board. Hopefully, they can do it here on this 4th down. The running game, Dylan Brockel's been doing all right. 4 rushes for 45 yards. Sam McAfee's got the ball 4 times for 28 yards. Nicky Gray, he caught a 41-yard touchdown. That was easily the most electric play of the night here for the Falcons. Evan Weinberg has caught 2 touchdowns. Pretty quiet night from Keondae Henry. He's got 1 catch for 8 yards. And that about sums it up. Falcon defense needing a big stand here. 1:27 to go in the second quarter. 4th down and goal for the Mavericks.
I mean, I can't believe they go for it and I'll just get points right here. I mean, I can believe it, but it's first half. Take the points.
Trips right. They're all kind of bunched up near the center of the field, working off that left hash. They're trying to get him to jump, and I think they might have got him as he's going to throw it up towards the end zone. Tips Island. Zach Tips knocks it away. No flags on the field.
He said your ticket's no good here, sir.
Collected by number 20, Zach Tips.
And on comes this Falcon offense.
I mean, what a great stand by this defense. Again, you could have taken the points there if you're Emerson, but they wanted to go for it and take the risk, and it's a big risk with a big reward. But
I don't think it's that crazy, man. When you're down 20-0 and you're not moving the ball, you got 59 yards in the first half. Field goals aren't going to win this game.
Yeah, they're not, but you got 24 minutes of football left in the second half. So,
True.
And you get the ball back after the half. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
So they could have taken the points there, regrouped at halftime, put 7 on the board, and be sitting 20-10 if they can hold the Falcons after kicking the ball again with a minute 22 left, minute 18.
I hear you. They took a chance on it. They took a chance. They threw it to their big guy.
It's a chess match here.
Look for the Falcons to try to. We're with the win right here. Let's go.
Absolutely. Handoff. Dylan Brockle. He's going to pick up 5 or 6 yards here. Clock's going to run. Let's see if this Falcon offense goes to tempo-style offense. So you got Nicky Gray and Evan Weinberg here on the near side of the field. Dylan Brockle, the lone back. Keondae Henry on the far side. And as time is ticking off of the clock here, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a halftime preview. Bruce Waller, the originator of this Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast, is going to be joining us for our halftime interview. And, of course, you're going to get to your Falcon marching band as well. As this is a handoff up the middle, Dylan Brockle is going to burst forward to the 20-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Falcons. The clock will stop as they move the chains, as there's 38 seconds left to go.
Man, I kind of want to see him sling the ball downfield, don't you? Just try to see what they can pick up right here with 38 seconds left.
I'd love to see it.
On the board.
Makes it to the 20-yard line. But
they're clearly just running the clock out, and we're going to see them live to fight another day in the second half. Great first half for the Falcons. This is a huge game, folks, by the way, so it's great to see the Falcons coming out strong. Big time first half, 7 points in the first quarter, 13 points in the second quarter. They lead 20-0 as the final seconds tick off the clock here in the second half, or in the first half. Falcons lead in this one. Bob, we going to get a halftime interview?
Absolutely.
All right, that's what I like to hear, buddy. We're going to be hearing from Coach Jason Young. We got Bob Jackson down on the sideline.
He's at the 40 right now, Bob.
And this is a good one. Again, coming into this game, Falcons were 6-1. They were 2-1 in district play.
30.
Emerson, 7-1, 3-1 in district play. So it's a bit muddy right now, and there's no need to go into what exactly these implications are. But this game does have playoff implications, and to see the Falcons up 20-0 at halftime is great.
I'm down here with Coach Jason Young right here. Coach, what's one thing you like from your team, one thing you want to clean up in the second half?
I'm just curious. Why is the Tips get fired? What's going on?
Tell him yes.
So basically what happened was they were like, hey, Bob, good-looking guy. You got a good voice on you. We want you down there. So here I am.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
One thing you liked from your team and one thing you want to see them clean up in the second half?
Well, one thing I like is we're playing pretty mistake-free. We had a couple penalties, but nothing like we have. And so as long as we do that, we're going to be a damn tough team to beat. To fix it, we've had a couple times where we put the ball on the ground. One time we put the ball on the ground, and the other one it came out while he's falling, or while he was down already. Still, that's not an excuse, so hold on to the ball.
Sounds good, Coach. Let's you get in there and rile him up.
All right, attaboy, Bob. Good job. We will see you here shortly. In the meantime, folks, we do have a special guest for you. We're going to try to bring you some more content throughout these home games here. We got a lot of great people in this community, and we have some folks who have been around this program for a long time. One of those is going to be a familiar voice if you've been around the program for a long time. We got the one and only, the originator of the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast, Mr. Bruce Waller.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Bruce?
Originator.
I think that's what I've been going going with today. Is that somewhat accurate?
Oh, man, it's close. It's close. Man, you guys are funny.
It's not me. It's Cameron.
You're funny.
He just fires things off.
I am loving it. I'm like, these young guys, they are a lot funnier than us old guys were back then.
I thought you were pretty funny. The guy between me and you, not that great. But you did a great job, man.
Yeah, I
and
appreciate that.
I really appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping by today. And, man, you've been around the community for a long time. Going back to the Pee Wee days, you got some kids that are older than me, and I'm getting old now.
You are getting old. I'm sitting here looking, going, man, what about Smitty? He used to be this kid. No, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about how you got into like coaching Pee Wee and your involvement with the community all those years back.
Yeah, funny story. We moved to Lake Dallas, and my kids were going to play youth sports. So we signed up for football, and I remember Adam, he got picked for a particular team. We went to practice, and the first day I remember walking out to practice, and everybody's putting out these cones, and they're these little bitty 6-inch cones that, you know, they're going to do all these different exercises, their jellies, different things like that. And then I look to my right, and there's a guy that's got like these 4-foot cones, and they're like the cones you use for like an electrician. And I'm like, what is that? And I look over there, it's Tracy Cade. And, you know, of course, he worked for Encore. And he's got these huge cones out there. And I'm like, man, that's going to be a lot of fun on that team. And so Tracy Cade's actually the one who really got me started on coaching.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Yeah, you've had a wife who's taught in the school district for a long time.
Yeah.
You've had 3 kids graduate from Lake Dallas. Is that right?
I have, yeah. Adam, Allison, and Logan.
Man, so when Adam played football at the high school level, what years was that?
So he graduated in 2004. So his 2003 season was the first year they opened the Falcon field right here in front of us. I remember watching him before on the, what was that, middle school field now?
Yeah.
And it reminded me of our field back in Seminole, Oklahoma. Like this just, you know, small town football. And then we come over here and we have this turf. It was amazing. I was like, something's happening here.
I remember playing a bowl game when I was a little kid. I think I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, and we had the bowl games down here, and that was a big deal. The first year of the bowl games on the high school field with the turf, we'd never seen turf before. That was something, man. That was a lot of fun.
That was Randall Padkowski's first year.
Okay, Randall Padkowski.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do you remember the lineage of coaches after that?
Yeah, man. Well, Coach Padkowski, and then right after that, Coach Young.
Okay, so he started right after that?
Yeah. Now we're saying Coach Young or Coach Young. I mean, there's so many Mike Youngs. But yeah, Coach Young came in. I believe he came in 2006. And he had actually come back. He had been here before, and he had come back from Carrollton, I think Creekview.
And that's about the time when Coach Young came into the fold. That's roughly about the time where you started with the Quarterback Club broadcast. Is that right?
Yeah. So the history of that is I'll tell you another funny story. 2007. Mm-hmm. There was a third Mike Young. There was a Mike Young as the broadcaster.
What's going on with this place?
Yeah, no, it's funny. I was actually I was pulling up a picture for your dad. Mike Young did all of the Falcon games.
I vaguely remember him.
So I'm showing a picture to Smitty, and I'll post this. And there was and Coach Young, so I was on the Quarterback Club, and Coach Young said, "Hey, they're looking for a spotter tonight," and I'm like, "I'd love to do that." So I spotted a game with Coach Young, and that's like what kind of got me into it. I was like, man, this is fun. And by the way, he was doing everything by himself other than the spotter. You know, we got this big production crew now. I was like, how do you do that?
So actually, I think I'm learning this right now. If I'm hearing you right, you were not the originator of the broadcast.
So they had Mike Young did a radio show. And then what happened was he left, and we hired out a company to do the broadcast.
Okay.
And so this is now we're in 2008, and I remember the first game. I was, of course, now I'm president of the Quarterback Club, and they came to us and said, "Hey, we're going to need a helper the first game." And I'm thinking, we just outsourced this to this group that's going to do the games, and you need help. And so I helped on the first game, and that was in Sherman, Texas. And it was fantastic. I learned so much because this was like a professional crew. Mm-hmm. And so the next week they said, hey, we're not going to do this game. We're actually only going to do a few games. And I talked to Coach Young, and I'm like, wow, we're not going to do all the games. And I was talking to my brother, Joe, and I was telling him about that, and he said, oh, man, it can't be that hard. I can set all that up. And so I talked to Coach Young, and I said, hey, do you think we want to do that when they're not doing it? And he said, you know what, you guys go do it. And if you think you want to do it every week, we're just going to make a change.
Sure.
So Red Oak, Texas is Joe, myself, and Tracy Cade. We sound like we're in a closet. I mean, it was, you go back and listen to that, it is something. And that's where it was born. And so really the idea was Joe saying, hey, why don't we just do it ourselves? We did it on a platform called Caster. And what was cool about Caster was it was a chatting forum. And
I remember this.
Yeah, so we start doing these games, and then Tracy said, and of course Tracy with it, he said, man, we need somebody to help us. In comes Dan Smith, just a week or two later. And Big Dandy Dan, right?
I'm familiar, yeah.
Dandy Dan brings in a couple different people. He brings in
Laird Lind.
No, Zach Lind.
Zach Lind.
Yeah, we called him the Hammer. And we brought in Patrick.
What's up, the Hammer? If you're listening.
Shout out to the Hammer. And then we brought in Patrick Stowell to do the production.
Yeah.
And that's really where that was all born. But what was fun about that Caster platform, we're doing a game, and all these people are chatting in. The Taofas are chatting in from Hawaii. We got Dalen Williams, who was at quarterback here, had great success. His grandfather was chatting to us from Japan one game.
Really?
That was where we said, this is really cool. This is really special, what we got going on here. Let's build this.
Man, it's really cool what you guys have built. And if you look outside, you guys are famous. You and Tracy, you got your poster right up here outside the broadcast booth, waving.
I'm excited to see that. I didn't know if that would even still be up.
Oh, yeah. We tap it every time like Notre Dame.
I love that.
It's great.
Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. Listen, I was just talking to Dan outside the room. It's so comforting and exciting and energizing to see this going, right? It's like you start building something, right? You put up a few bricks, and then the next group comes in and they build the walls out, and the next group comes in and they're trimming it out. And now to see what it is today, I mean, I guess we'll say, what is this, 15 years later?
Yeah.
And here we are. And I got to tell you, I was listening earlier, just listening to the show, and I was like, you know what, this is good stuff. That's what people want. They want to, the people that are listening to the show are the players' parents and the grandparents and friends, and they just love that.
Yeah, that's what we try to do. We try to just call as many names as we can, make it fun, make it engaging for people. I love that you brought up the chat, because that's probably one of my favorite features. When I'm on the air, we use YouTube now.
Okay.
And so they can just live chat us during YouTube, and I don't know how many fake chicken sandwiches we've given away this year. Or I don't know. We're doing all kinds of fun stuff, but you got to see an era of Falcon football that I think if you were to identify this and look at the entire history of the program from back to 1965 to current day, you could call the Michael Young era the turnaround.
Oh, wow. No
I
question.
mean, that is where the program really started to take hold, and we became recognized as a program that's always going to be in the mix.
No question. I mean, I think what Mike Young did back then was he built community, right? He brought everybody together. The quarterback club was putting on the golf tournament, raising money. They still have that going on today. Just bringing in different groups. The cheerleaders were part of some of our meeting, or the cheerleading coordinators and some of the people that supported that were part of the meeting. I mean, I feel like everybody just came together. Of course, I'm sure they still do the breakfasts and bring in.
Yeah, they do the Thursday night spaghetti dinners and
all of that.
Stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. You bring up spaghetti dinner. When I first started, and they said, "Hey, Bruce, you want to get involved in the Booster Club?" Right before the quarterback club, they said, "Hey, we meet on Friday morning. We need to be there like 4:30 in the morning to cook breakfast at the VFW." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Cook breakfast?" And so we would show up early. We would cook breakfast for everybody, And it was a fun event. I remember Carolyn Green there one time. Now this is hilarious. So former Carolyn Green, big supporter of Falcon football, and she's passed since. But I remember her bringing a tape recorder to try to motivate the team. So she brought this tape recorder to the VFW. She said, guys, I want to play this song for you, and I want it to really sink in. And it was Olivia Newton-John, Let's Get Physical. Is that fantastic or what?
I bet they won. After that. That would fire me up.
They love Carolyn Green.
Actually, if you go look at the quarterback club page, there's a spot for her right there on the front page with like the 2007 team on there, a few guys from that, David Mino, Scott Donald, all those guys.
Yeah.
And she's got a little spot on that page right there. So.
But you think about that era that he was in. Think about some of the players that played. Start with James Franklin.
Yeah.
Right? James Franklin went on to have success at played for Missouri Tigers, went on to play Canadian football. He won a Grey Cup.
Won a Grey Cup, absolutely.
How cool is that? Hey, let's talk about another guy. So I don't know if you know this or not, but I have a podcast called Life in the Leadership Lane.
I do know that.
Okay.
I was going to get to that. Absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, another player for Lake Dallas, I just got through interviewing him, and his episode drops tomorrow, and his name's Darrell Williams.
Yeah.
So Darrell Williams, we all know he played at the University of Oklahoma, went on and played for the Super Bowl finalist, Carolina Panthers.
Yep.
And then
with Cam Newton.
With Cam Newton. Mm-hmm. And then played for the Buffalo Bills, I think they went to the championship game. He's had a successful career, and he is, since he's going to start a new business, and yeah.
We're going to plug his business here at the end of halftime. I was going to give him a shout out. We're going to talk to Darrell. I believe he's going to be our guest for senior night here in a couple weeks. So it'll be a lot of fun to talk to Darrell. But, man, this program is it is fun, seeing it go from you, and then I participated with my dad, and we got to go on a deep playoff run and see probably one of the greatest football games, not high school football games in general, against Frisco Lone Star about 5 years ago. It is fun to be involved and to do this and to have these experiences, so I'm glad to hear you say that. But before we let you go, is there one moment that sticks out to you from a broadcast perspective, that a play, a game, a win, a playoff game, that you can look back on and say, wow, that was the peak of my career?
I got to tell you, there were moments, but I guess if you had to, when you say that, the first thing that comes to my mind is Scotty Young and the undefeated Denton Ryan team that we were getting ready to go up against. We're 7-0 also. Geyer's 7-0, so you got a three-way run here, and we go to Denton Ryan and just play, just a physical football game. Two quarterbacks that are going to go to major college, with Franklin going to Missouri and Ryan going to, I think he went to Texas Tech. And just back and forth, and the Falcons finally get up. Got about a minute to go in the game, and Scotty Ryan throws an interception to my nephew, Josh Waller, and that ended up being the play that we called that made the Homer Call of the Week.
The bad radio Homer Call?
The bad radio Homer Call of the Week. It was so funny to listen to it over and over and over, and that was probably one of my favorite moments. There's just so many. One of the moments came even when I finished, and Dan was doing it with St. Nick, and St. Nick couldn't do the game at the Cowboy Stadium, so Dandy Dan called me, and I got to finally see Lake Dallas beat Everman.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter where they beat them; they beat them.
That was the fourth round playoff game, and that was the game before Frisco Lone Star.
That's right.
And that was an awesome game too.
That was an awesome game. So, but there's many, and this has been incredible. Just a time in my life. I call it a mile marker. There's moments in time that mark life in a special way, and this is definitely one. You're gonna look back one day and go, man, you remember those moments. And so I appreciate you, what you do. I love your energy, your humor, your confidence, and your passion for this football program. So thank you for what you do.
Well, thanks a lot, Bruce. I appreciate your time.
Brother.
Bruce Waller, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Appreciate you, man.
The almost originator of the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club.
I love it, man. Hey, thanks a lot.
All right,
Go Falcons.
And folks, if you're still tuned in, I think I'm still live. We got the Lake Dallas band. We got the High Steppers going. You guys are going to want to tune in for that. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for some more action. We'll see you.
Senior Vice President Aaron Lunds and Senior Vice President, Senior President Performing Arts Department in Lake Dallas High School proudly present the 2022 edition of the Pride of Falcon Land, the award-winning Falcon Marching Band. This evening, the Falcon Band would once again like to take you back to a simpler time. A time when outlaws were wanted, dead or alive. Cowboys roamed the open range, and disagreements were settled at 20 paces. So saddle up, grab those reins, and hold on tight for the Falcon Band's fall 2022 Line Subaru, Global Sphere Center, and Cooley Sports Photography. We would also like to recognize our gold sponsor of the week, Mark Tucker Allstate Agency. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one more time for our Falcon Marching Band as we wish them the best of luck at the UNL area competition tomorrow. At this time, we would like to recognize our Pink Out recipient, the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club, in conjunction with Lake Dallas Volleyball, are pleased to present the Lake City's Education Foundation with this year's check for our annual.
We're good. We are back here, folks. Halftime is over. We spoke with Bruce Waller. It looks like right now they are doing something pretty cool down there on the field. They are presenting the check for something that we've been talking about a little bit here tonight. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's the Pink Out game. And the Amy Koch Scholarship Fund is being presented a check that's going to be benefiting the Lake City's Education Foundation.
Lake City's Education.
And that is a really cool thing. Folks, if you have the opportunity and the means, go ahead and head on over to the gates or the concession stand. Ask where you can buy a Pink Out shirt, and they'll be able to hook you up. They're $15. All the proceeds are going to go to that foundation. And you could also go and make a direct donation online. You can go to the Quarterback Club. It's lakedallasquarterbackclub.org. And you can make a direct donation online. So get yourself a shirt, make an online donation. Again, this is going to be going to the Amy Koch Scholarship Fund. The Lake City's Education Foundation is who that's going to be benefiting. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this is our Pink Out game.
Well, I'll tell you where you can get them at. You can get them from right across the Quarterback Club concession stand. I saw them setting up earlier. Saw Miss Cammie Tips over there, talked to her, saw the shirts, and they've got a great little setup over there.
Nice, nice. Well, you've been out there to check it out. Let's see who we got on the chat. Let's see who we got on the chat. 20-0 is your score. There's the kickoff. Emerson going to take over. It's going to be a touchback. Who do we have here? I have not been checking the chat. Preston Beleg. Greg is tuned in. Esteban Talavera. Patrick Winger. Cammie Hobbs. Does that sound familiar?
Oh, hi.
She's in on the chat. Mike Big Country King. And Ethan Griffin and Lime Frost. So for all you people out there at Falcon Nation, love to hear from you. Keep it coming. Falcons up 20-0 here in this big time late October matchup between Lake Dallas and Emerson.
It's football weather right here, Smee.
Are you eating on the air?
Sorry, I was not ready to come in. I mean, it hasn't. That was a great start.
Here's a run right up the middle, and he's going to make a move. It's enough for a first down. Tackle made by number 40, Ian Roundtree. Hard tackle, too.
Yeah, and this defense hasn't led up a lot of rushing yards tonight, but they cannot start here in the second half. So it's a great first run by this Emerson team, and they may have made a little bit of adjustments, but if you're the Falcons, you got to lock in and find your inner self, like we talked about.
Every time you say that, it seems to go over pretty well for some reason.
It does. I mean, listen, Bob agrees.
Bob, do you have us down here?
I got you loud and clear. Also, earlier on the game where they called in Coach Sander, they had some kids blowing whistles in the stands. That was the issue there.
Okay, all right. That clears things up tremendously. Is this going to be a handoff? Right side. He's going to get across the 50, and he's got room. Past the 40, inside the 30. He's inside the 20, 15, 10. Shoved out of bounds by Zach Tips. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So it's going to be first and goal to go for Emerson.
And let's give a great effort there. I mean, we got to have that recognized by Tips there. I mean, he went from Tips Island all the way to the other side of the field and was able to get over there and push that running back out of bounds before he was
It's that pursuit drill, baby. Pursuit drill.
Bob, you ever ran one of those?
Absolutely. I hate him.
So this is one of the things that we've keyed on at the beginning of the game. This was certainly one of our keys to the game. If you remember, we needed to eliminate the turnovers, and we needed to keep this running back inside the tackles. When he gets going like that and he gets some running room like he did right there, and that's going to be enough for a touchdown, It's tough to stop this team. That's number 5, Eshak Bills.
Listen, just get him to the sideline, make some adjustments, just take a deep breath, and let's get this offense on the field and let them see if they can put some points on the board.
So, I mean, that's a tough way to come out of the gates. A bit lackadaisical, you know, and I don't want to put that on them. Not lackadaisical. The other team made some good plays. But
this is an Emerson team that just kept up with Argyle, though.
Absolutely. This is a good football team. I was surprised to see how they were playing in the first half as the kick is up and the kick is good. We got a 20-7 ball game. 10:52 here to go in the second quarter. We're going to keep it right here. We played a lot of commercials at halftime. Let's go ahead and keep it right here. We need to make a defensive stand the next time we get the ball, or the next time they get the ball. We got to get back to the way things were going in the first half, Cameron. I was surprised at the way that the defense started this second half. We haven't seen that a whole lot this season. People have been really doing a good job with their assignments.
They have. And the first half was just a great defense. I mean, it was a shutout. It was a shutout first half. And you were surprised that Emerson didn't take the points there when they were lined up on the 5-yard line, but they didn't, and you had a shutout by this defense in the first half. So you're happy. But right now, you just let up 7 points within the first minute and 8 seconds of this game, or the second half. So let's go ahead and calm down and let's see what this offense can do.
Again, 10:52 here to go in this third quarter. What do you?
You tapped me on the shoulder like something, or did you mean to?
No, I did not mean to. Sorry,
I thought I was missing something.
Kept looking at me weird.
You hit me with a pin, and I was like, "Oh, is somebody doing something, or what's going on?"
This is going to be a squib kick.
Mike Squibb,
fielded by Cameron Parma at the 36-yard line. He's going to bring it out to the 41, and that's where this Falcon offense is going to take over.
On the play before that touchdown, too, some Falcon players seem to have a gripe about a possible touchback fumble out of the end zone right there, by the way.
Ah, yes. That is a rule that is applied at the high school level. Is that right?
Yeah. It's the worst call in all of sports.
Yeah, it's a bad rule.
It's horrible.
They need to eliminate that rule.
Forever.
Well, I'm glad to see that. For the Falcons' sake, I wouldn't have been mad about it, but I'm glad to see a touchdown wasn't taken away because of that rule once again. As 2 receivers are lined up on the far side of the field, one on the near side. It's going to be a tackle for loss. That was McAfee, I believe, getting the ball for the first play from scrimmage for this Falcon offense. That's going to back them up a couple yards, 2nd down and 12.
This offensive line, they looked rattled right there. You got to be able to give him more of an opening to get that runoff.
So here we go. 2nd and 12. Ball from the 39-yard line for the Falcons. Boardman in the shotgun. Ethan Blakesley in at the sniffer back position on the left side of the line. Quick pass out to Evan Weinberg. He tries to make a move. Gives the man a stiff arm and gets himself up to the 47.
Well, it's a good move. It's a good move he makes, and that's going to get you a few yards there, and you're going to have now a 3rd down and probably, well, that's a great spot. So 3rd down and about 3 to go. 4 to go. Sorry, Harvey. I hear you down there. I got headphones on, but I my bad. 3rd down, 4 to go. And, man, I say, now they didn't listen to me last time, so maybe let's see if they run it here. I'm going to say that, but they'll probably throw it knowing them.
Little fake jet sweep. Bortnam fires across the middle of the field. It's intercepted. It's going the other way in a hurry. The 40, he's inside the 30. Inside the 20, this is going to be 6. Pick 6. Cade Bortnam's 2nd interception of the game. That is tough.
And you saw him first half of the season, he was perfect. Didn't throw any interceptions, but it seems like it's kind of been like that. That garden hose has got kind of a kink in it, got a leak in it. Every time he kind of has got a few of those interceptions just get out from him, and he's kind of forced that ball in the middle of this game and tried to force some of these throws, and he's just got to have a little bit more poise and then calm down a little bit and wait for those to come out.
He was under some pressure. There's no doubt about it. Pressure coming off the right side. They stack things up on the left side of the line there as this ball is up and through the uprights. After that, we got 9:28 here to go in the 3rd quarter. Falcons still lead 20-14. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Looking for a new or used car can be stressful. Well, stress no more. James Wood Auto Group in Denton makes the buying process easy and, most importantly, stress-free. So come stop by James Wood's convenient location off I-35 South in Denton today.
Welcome back to the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast.
9:28 here to go in the third quarter. Falcons still hanging on to a 20-14 lead. We've had a whirlwind of events as we've opened up this second half. Defense gave up a quick and easy touchdown and a pick six from Cade Bortnam as this squib kick is going to be fielded by Riley Griffin. He's going to cough it up, and it's recovered by Emerson at the 50-yard line. Ball's going the other way.
Guys, this Emerson sideline has come alive. They were silent in the first half, and you know we talk about Lady Mo.
Lady Mo.
She's a fickle lady.
She's a fickle lady.
She down here. She honestly, but she down here.
The momentum has shifted, if you believe in that kind of thing. And boy, you say the Emerson sideline has come alive.
You can hear a pin drop on this Lake Dallas sideline.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of action going on down here.
Roman misses.
Oh, man, that is tough. All right, here we go. Let's get a stop. Maybe a little turnover of our own here as we got a jet sweep, a little trickery as the ball is going to come across the 50-yard line. Pickup of maybe a yard by number 7, Jason Williams, the sophomore wide receiver for Emerson.
Riley Griffin's playing like he is mad. He's upset with himself. He's playing mad. So that was a great stop. They only holding to 1 yard gain. You got a 2nd down and 9 to go here to maybe you can push him back here. Maybe send some pressure.
Well, if you know one thing about this defense, each and every one of those boys out there tested positive for that dog. So, what was that?
What just happened?
Was that
I think there was a dog that ran by.
I don't know. It sounds like a dog got like the bronchitis that's down there or something.
Something tells me the days of giving up easy yards are over as Camden Beecham showing blitz. Coming off that far side, and we got a spin move, and he's going to be brought down after a pickup of just a couple. It's going to force 3rd down and 8. Now this is looking like that first half Emerson offense. Hopefully we got 3rd down and it's more like 6. 3rd down and a little lengthy, a little mid-range here. Hopefully we can get a stop, force that punt unit out onto the field.
Yep. And the offense just settle in. When you come back out to it, right now this defense is on the field, and they got maybe a joker, Smitty.
Hard count here, trying to get the Falcons to jump. Molstad signaling to the offensive line, running back in motion from right to left. And he pump fakes. He's scrambling, trying to take it himself.
Oh, that's going to be a flag.
Riley Griffin tackles him as he goes into a slide. No flag on the play. That was clean. That was clean.
That was teetering. When you say, Bob, that's teetering.
It was very close. I think he went over the top of him because their coach has been very vocal today, and he wasn't mad about that one. So
it was simultaneous.
You got to be
simultaneous.
Well, just with everything going on, when you see what's going on with the Tua thing and the Dylan Gabriel thing, just the concussion thing going on right now, you just see a lot more refs are calling that. So it was very close to being called.
Well, there we go. 4th and 6, boys. 7:25 here to go in the third quarter. Falcons lead 20-14, and they have forced a 4th down. There goes the punt. Nicky Gray back deep to return. He's calling for a fair catch at the 24-yard line, and he brings it in. The Falcons going to take over for their 2nd possession of this second half. The first ending in a 70-yard pick 6 from the hands of Cade Bortnam. It was number 10, Kennedy Breedlove, the junior defensive back, who took that one all the way to the house. We got a dogfight on our hands here.
I see what you did there, talking about these dogs and dog fights and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, let's see what this offense can do. We got, let Keondae eat. Okay?
I'm with you on that. Keondae Henry is a special player.
So let's get him involved.
We got a stoppage of play here. I'm not sure. They're calling for Sanders again. Are we going to have another whistle situation? That's what Bob said was happening the last time they got Coach Scott Sander involved.
Get in there and see if you can go find some of these kids in the stands with these whistles, Bob.
Man, that is so annoying.
Sanders mad. He's not happy about what the ref is doing, because they're stopping the game for it, and they're like, what's going on? So he's pissed. He's about to walk up to the nest right now, and I'm sure he's going to say, hey, guys, I love you. Everything's fine. Don't do that anymore.
Do not blow your whistle.
And the PA, man, you guys might have been able to hear that in the background. The PA made an announcement that said, folks, if you're in the stands, do not blow your whistle. Didn't take Sanders long to get up into the stands and identify a person to say whatever he's saying to. So something tells me this could be a repeat offender. And the point is, we're getting back to the action. I think we need to focus on the football game. I hope these kids stop doing that. It's so annoying. As we got trips receivers, the ball's on the ground. Are we going to be able to turn this into something? Dylan Brockle broke the tackle. He's going to turn this past the 30. He's on the sideline past the 40. He's going to get brought down at midfield, and Dylan Brockle made some chicken salad out of you-know-what.
Also, guys, we got the wind down here, and it's picked up a lot since the first quarter, so don't be afraid to see us try to air it out here.
Bob, so back to the whistle gate. Can you hear the whistle going out also?
So I've got one earpiece in, so I'm hearing a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of cheering, but you can hear a faint whistle coming from something. I don't know if it's a whistle or like some sort of device that's catching air. I'm not sure.
That was a 25-yard pickup there by Dylan the Debacle Brockle, and he might have just saved the Falcons from some tough times ahead as Bortnam takes the snap, drops back on first down, fires to the sideline. He's got Nicky Gray. It's going to be second down and short. Looks like 3 yards to go. That ball's going to be spotted at the 43-yard line. Falcons now find themselves driving into enemy territory. Here they go.
Well, they're in the driver's seat. They control their destiny here, so let's see what we can do.
Isaac Anderson chimes in on the chat. He says, Zach Tips is a dog. You gotta get better dog noises, man.
That's like a teacup chihuahua.
Shotgun snap, a lot of pressure, fires to Keondae on the far side of the field. Keondae trying to make one man miss, trying to make something happen. I think his forward progress is going to get him back to the line of scrimmage, I would hope.
Took a lot of blue jerseys to get him down.
If not, he lost a yard, maybe 2. Just trying to make something happen. I don't blame him at all.
There's a lot of blue jerseys trying to get him down.
Yeah, he's going to lose a yard on that, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Falcons on the 44-yard line. Cade Bortnam is struggling under pressure tonight, and it's coming fast. I mean, you don't have a lot of options. When it's getting there, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Nicky Gray in the slot on the near side of the field. Evan Weinberg on the near side of the field. Keondae, the receiver, on the far side. Handoff. It's like a draw play up the middle. He's going to pick up a yard. It's going to be 4th down and 2.
It's an awkward spot on the field. I think you might see the Falcons go for it.
4th down and 2.
Why not? Mo, she's a fickle lady, and this is where you get your Mo back.
From the Emerson 43-yard line, 4th down and 2. Offense on the field.
Some would say you need a mojo moment, Smitty.
Ethan Blakesley, the sniffer back. They have Dylan Brockle lined up in the slot, and it's a quarterback sneak. Bortnam going to try to get it done himself. Where they have him spotted, it is not enough.
His second effort
might have pushed him across the marker. Each judge has him spotted at about the 41.5. I think he missed it by inches.
They're going to get a measurement on this.
Yeah, they're going to bring out the chains, but I think he's just short. Our offense is still on the field. That sideline's going wild. That Emerson sideline. So here comes the defensive unit. It looks like the official word has been said. That's a turnover on downs. It looks short to me. I think that's a good spot, good call. And good call. You know what? When you need a yard, I don't know why more teams don't do this. Quarterback sneak it every time. I love that. You gotta. There's no other.
Why they're not measuring this?
There's no other play where you have a 92% chance to get 1 yard.
I don't know why they're not measuring this.
No, I think it's good. It's good. You take your chances, roll the dice, and here's a pitch to the outside. Force him back inside. Let your guys work. That's going to be a tackle pickup of 5. Look like God-Give in on the play there. Riley Griffin in on the action. Good job forcing him back in. You let a guy like that get outside, get towards the sideline, make a move, that's when he's gone. You force him back in, force him back towards your help, let your guys go to work, maybe punch the ball out, force a turnover. That's what you got to do in a game like this.
Absolutely. So, this defense, you're going to need it. You're going to need them to step up in a big way right here.
4:20 here to go in the third quarter. 20-14. Falcons holding on to a 1-score lead. Handoff, left side. God-Give giving chase. Humphrey Kakuba doing the same. Tips forces him out of bounds. And he might have enough for a first down. I'm not sure if they're going to move the chains or not. No, it looks like he's a yard short. We got 3rd down. Falcons need a big-time stop, maybe a tackle for loss. quarterback going out. That's Mike Molstadt, who's 4 of 12 with 19 yards on the night so far. He's not been very efficient as a quarterback. I believe when he goes out, Ishak Bills, number 5, is running the offense for the Mavericks.
Looks like kind of like a wildcat situation.
Some would call it a wildcat, some would not. It depends really on, where you were born, who you know, type deal.
Whether you like beans and chili or not.
Kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that. So we got a timeout on the field. 3:34 here to go. We're going to step aside. While they do, we'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Calling all future Falcons, the Lake Cities Football and Cheerleading Association is a great way to get your kiddos started with sports and get involved in the community. From flag football up until middle school athletics, LCFCA is a tremendous environment for instilling great athletic skills your kids can carry for years to come, as well as creating building blocks of sportsmanship and teamwork. LCFCA, let's go Falcons!
Hey, Falcon listeners, Fab Solis here to talk to you guys about James Wood Auto Group. They'll get you in your new car hassle-free. Find your next car at James Wood Auto Group, located off I-35 South in Denton. Go Falcons!
You more of a right Twix or left Twix kind of guy, Smitty?
It's 3rd and 1. 3:34 here to go. 20-14, one-score game. Big-time play. Falcons send about 7 on that one. I think they might have stuffed him. That's going to bring up a 4th down. Big-time play by the Dogs on defense.
There's no thinking there. That was doing. Then they stopped him.
Big-time play there. They brought about 7 on that, Bob. Is that right? They had the box stacked up pretty good.
Everybody was in there.
Yeah.
Honestly. Every single person.
I'm not even sure who made the tackle. It was kind of a rugby-style scrum there once the ball carrier got to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to go for it again here.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Here we go. Bills in at the cornerback again. He's going to take it up the middle, and they're going to stop it. It's a turnover on downs. Falcons get it right back. These boys came to play. Nakeem Bovin making a statement. Ian Roundtree. God give Ugachukwu. This Falcon defense is making a stand.
Now, if you're on offense, it's time to rise up to the occasion. Get out there and get a tutty.
Falcon country.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Hey. You should give me a horse. I should have a horse now.
You should. You really should.
I should.
Who just did a horse noise?
I don't know. The SMU horse, what happened at the stadium?
He pooped.
All over the field. They had to scoop it with cups.
More on that later at 10. But right now, 2:48 here to go. Falcons have a 1st down, and Nicky Gray is going to take a jet sweep up the middle. He's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards.
I like the play. I would like to see him bounce outside a little more there, but I like the play where he's cutting up the middle and getting those yards. Obviously, you want those yards. Any positive yardage gain is good, but I think he had more of a lane on the outside there.
Boarding barking orders at the offensive line. Keondae, one-on-one coverage on the far side of the field. Nicky Gray in the slot. Evan Weinberg down at the bottom of your screen. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Sam McAfee's going to have enough for a 1st down. That'll move the chains.
Bob, left Twix, right Twix.
Kit Kats.
Oh.
Didn't see that coming.
Did not.
Makes it to the 38-yard line.
Also, can we ask the people in the chat, beans in chili or no beans in chili?
I think the obvious answer here is no beans in chili. Don't you put no beans in my chili.
888-787-LDHS.
If you put beans in my chili, you don't know beans about making chili. You heard it here first.
Shotgun formation, looking left, fires. He's got Weinberg near the sideline. Weinberg is going to force his man to push him out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 2nd down and short for the Falcons.
Pushed down by number 9, Kristen Lyons.
Man, this offense is driving. They're driving, and it's looking good.
Absolutely. Got a little tempo going here, making some plays. Out comes Blakesley. On goes Xavier Lopez, number 7. He's going to be lined up in the slot on the top of your screen. No, he's coming back down.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what we got. What formation we running here today, boys?
I think it's going to be a wild... Nah, I'm just kidding.
2 backs in the backfield. It's Nicky Gray and McAfee. They brought in some blockers. Screen pass, and it's intercepted at the 35-yard line. line. McAfee not able to bring him down. He's across the 50, the 45. He's got some blockers. He's past the 30. Bortnam tries to make a play, and he does.
There's a block. There's a block.
We got a block in the back, and he's going to be finally brought down inside the 10. We got a block in the back at about the 24-yard line, but, man.
You just can't force that screen right there, man.
Oh. They brought in 2 backs to chip and block on that design screenplay. They just, Bortnam has struggled under pressure tonight.
That's where this Falcon defense stands up at.
And I don't mean pressure as in a big moment. I mean the defensive linemen and linebackers are getting to him quickly, and it's been tough. He's had to make some quick decisions, and unfortunately, we've seen him have one of those nights where it's been costly. It's been costly. Right now, the Falcons still holding on to a 20-14 lead. 1:37 here to go in the third quarter. Emerson taking over at the 34-yard line. It's going to be a pitch to the right side. It's Bills. He makes one man miss in the backfield. That was Xavier Lopez, but St. John and Riley Griffin there to clean up the mess. Nice play there by this Falcon defense. That's a loss of 3 yards. It's going to bring up second down and 13.
That was a kind of an awkward hit he got hit on. Bill's good.
Oh, that's deflating.
It is a deflating play, but
it happens. You got to bounce back, man. This is one of those dogfight games. You just had back-to-back. They just traded blows on turnover on downs, and then you have a play like that. This is a good one, folks. This is some Friday Night Lights. Unfortunately, we're having to go through the ebbs and flow of this thing. As we got play action, he finds a man across the middle. It's number 2, Evans. That'll be a first down for the Emerson Mavericks. That's easily the best play of the night from quarterback Mike Molstad. Play action, found a man. That was a gain of 16. Before that, I think he had only thrown for 17 yards.
And Mike Molstad's a sophomore. I'm wondering here, DJ Shelton, quarterback, sophomore, he's injured, number 13. I think he was throwing it before the game. I think he's out tonight. I think he's our usual starter.
Handoff, he's going to the right side, forced back inside. Linebacker's able to take care of him after a pickup of a few yards. Nice run play there. They're inside the red zone.
Man, gotta go into the fourth quarter here. We're going to go in the fourth quarter here, and I'll pick up where I left off.
Final seconds, tick off the clock here in the third quarter. It's been all Mavericks in the second half. 20-14 is your score. Falcons holding on to a 1-score lead. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Mark Tucker, your local Allstate agent, has been a proud sponsor of your Lake Dallas Falcons football before there was a Lake Dallas Falcons football team. Mark was a sponsor before there were automobiles, before there was even a Mark Tucker. Ha! Impossible, you say? Not if you know Mark Tucker. Your rate's too high? Your company raising your rates every time you turn left? Give Mark a try. Mention Lake Dallas while getting a quote, and for every quote, $5 will go to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club. $5. Ka-ching! Mark Tucker, your local Allstate agent.
Welcome back to the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast.
And we are back. 20-14 is your score. Heading into the fourth quarter, Emerson is knocking on the door. They find themselves in the red zone. Falcons trying to hang on to this 1-score lead. It's been all Mavericks in the second half so far. Empty set. Molstad looking left. Pressure. Big time pressure there. It's...
Who else?
Is that Xavier Rodriguez that gets to him? Yes, it is. Number 26, the junior linebacker, Xavier Rodriguez.
Hey, and you know who's right there with him? Number 30, Beecham.
Camden Beecham making a play.
26, Xavier Rodriguez.
Camden's really done a nice job stepping up into that full-time third linebacker spot.
Ever since they upgraded him to that starter role, he has really excelled.
Dude, those three get after it, man.
He plays hard. They all play hard, 3 of them. What do you say, Bob?
I think so, dude. I mean, they've got a really good core of linebackers here, really good front seven, dude. And I mean, they're all ball hawks, dude. Flying around. It looks dangerous.
Let's go. Sending them right up the middle as it's play action. They're targeting St. John, and he was all over it. It was a play action. They were looking to go a seam route right up the middle. And you got a little streaking route right up the middle.
Threw it over the back of the end zone. You got to give your receiver a little bit.
Might have been a play action, but they played themselves.
Honestly, if that were a good pass, that's picked.
Yeah.
St. John was all over that. Nice job not biting on that play action. That could have saved a touchdown. Here comes the kicking unit.
Does field goal kicker have a brace on his left knee?
He does. And this is with the wind.
This is going to be a 44-yard field goal with the wind. Center of the field. The kick is up, and it is good from 50 as they draw within a field goal now. Falcons holding on to a 3-point lead with 11 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
I would have liked to see him send more pressure there because you got some guys who can block that, and that would have been a big momentum flip.
You know, it happened quickly. It was kind of odd.
It happened so fast.
20-17 is your score. Here's some stats for you guys. Cade Bortnam, 12 of 27 on the night, 114 yards. He had a long touchdown pass, 41 yards to Nicky Gray. He's got 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Dylan the Debacle Brockle is knocking on the door of the century mark here in yardage. He's got 10 rushes for 98 yards, a long of 25. McAfee's got 5 carries for 26 yards. Nicky Gray, he's got 72 yards receiving and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns for Evan Weinberg on 6 catches and 34 yards. Keondae, quiet night, 1 catch, 8 yards, no touchdowns. Hopefully that young man is going to get some action here in this final quarter, the Falcon quarter tonight at Falcon Stadium. Huge matchup, playoff implications on the line.
You win this game, you get the 3 seed right now, going into your final 2 weeks of the season, right?
Yep, final 2 weeks. You got undefeated Independence, and you got Denton Broncos senior night here at Falcon Stadium on November the 4th. But right now we got to worry about these Emerson Mavericks as this is going to be a deep kick. Keondae is back at the goal line to receive. He's going to let it roll into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Falcons going to start at the 25.
Bob, is your mic muted?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Should it not be?
No, I think it was the crowd. We were getting a little bit of feedback from Wim, but I think it's the...
Hey, bro, don't yell at me.
I'm sorry.
All right? Tone it down.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Yeah, love you too.
You guys are so nice.
We're very nice to each other.
Super polite.
So, Bob.
Bob.
These uniforms, they've changed since you played here, right?
They have.
What do you think?
Listen, there's a lot going on. I'm going to be honest. The Kelly green and white was classic, but you know what we need, Cameron? Black jerseys.
Black jerseys.
Because it's a funeral for the other team.
A little misdirection here. Sam McAfee's going to get the ball. No, that's Brockle. And that's going to be a pickup of 3-4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 here. On the far side of the field, you got Evan Weinberg and Nicky Gray lined up in the slot. Keondae on the bottom of your screen. Ethan Blakesley in at the sniffer back position. Handoff left side. Brockle makes one man miss, and he's going to get us into a 3rd down and short situation.
Man, if Brockle was able to keep his footing right there, he would have been able to break that one off a little bit. I mean, Brockle's got. I mean, he's just all the running backs. I mean, they're just incredibly talented, but Brockle's just he just runs so fast. You know?
I do. Yeah, he's quick, man. He hits the hole. Him and McAfee. It's a great 1-2 punch. Got pressure coming off the near side. Brockle's going to get stood up at the line, and that's going to force a 4th down. You got to punt it now.
Yeah.
You got to punt it.
Yeah.
Let that defense work.
Again, this is a punt into the win for the Falcons, and I don't know how many times we punted tonight.
Once. Mitchell White has only had 1
Mitchell
punt
White
on the
is a great punter, though. He's a great punter.
He's a good punter. It's into the win, though, and I think they might bring some heat here.
Yeah, well, sure. Why not?
But if you're the Falcons, you've been...
They're stacking it up. They're stacking it up. Emerson bringing some heat, no doubt about it. They got a returner back at the 36-yard line. They're not going to get to it. The ball's going to bounce at the 47, take a Falcon bounce inside the 40.
Keep running, ball.
Bounce inside the 35. Great job by this special teams unit. Everyone did their job. They blocked well. They kicked well. We got a little lucky with the bounce, and that's all you can ask for punting into the win. Wouldn't you say, Bob?
I think so. I mean, that's the best outcome you could have hoped for right there. Everybody did their job. Ball's on their side of the 50. Let's get another stop.
We got 9 minutes and 11 seconds here to go in the fourth quarter of this one. Falcons lead the Mavericks 20-17. Falcons 6-1, 2-1 in district play. Emerson coming into this game 7-1. They are, I believe, 3-1 in district play. Handoff, right side, it's Bills. Javon Washington not able to bring him down. Xavier Rodriguez driving him out of bounds.
Number 5, Bill on the carry.
Javon had a shot at him after a pickup of about 4 yards, not able to bring him down.
Man, big second down play here. I mean, every play right now from this point on is huge.
9:03 here to go in the fourth quarter of this one. Ball at the 41-yard line of Emerson. Second and short.
It's a close game, Smitty. I don't like it.
I like it, man. It's fun. Big time play there. They tried to run the ball, and he was met in the backfield. Not sure who got to him first.
Well, I am.
Was it Tanner Moon?
I thought I saw the wrong number. It might have been. I thought I saw 6 in there, but actually I think it was 15. I think it was Gavin Coleman.
Gavin Coleman
was in there.
He's one of our senior captains. Kalindon Redmond down there on the D line.
I thought I saw 6. I was like, wait a minute, that is not Hogan Kenny.
Nakeem Bovin. No, it's not Hogan Kenny, our backup quarterback. Tanner Moon also down there at the far side defensive end. Ian Roundtree at linebacker. We got some dogs out there right now. Third and short. As Bills is going to keep it. He's going to find a lane. He's going to the far side. He's across the 50. Eli Koch coming up making a stop, but not after he picks up plenty for a first down.
Makes it to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, man, he's just able to get around the edge and find a lane. He's a talented running back, a very talented running back.
He's really patient. I mean, he's really good at pulling that ball out and seeing the lane and taking it really quick. I mean, he's quick, dude. I mean, as soon as he decides, it happens fast.
It looks like his back plate's kind of coming out there, Bob, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's illegal. They should be penalized.
Really?
I don't know, but I would like them to be penalized for it.
7:50 here to go in the fourth quarter. Handoff, right side, where they're riding the running game right now. It's working. See Javon Washington making the tackle on that. Nakeem Bovin, big number 57. He's chasing that thing down. You want to talk about pursuit drill. That's a defensive tackle making a play in the secondary.
Yeah, and it's this is your clock's ticking, 7:31. They're only down field goal right now, and this Falcon defense has got to find a way. Got to reach down and really feel your inner dog.
Where you at, Bob? Quick little pass out to the far side of the field. He makes one man miss. Tanner Moon bringing him down. This is going to bring up second down and manageable for the Mavericks. Mavs. 7 minutes to go.
Man, this is it's intense, dude. You like these close games.
It's like camping.
That's intense.
All right. 20-17 is your score. 6:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Emerson driving. Second down and 4. Ball on the 31-yard line. It's going to be a play action. He looks right there.
He got back on top.
He recovers it. Big time play. Ian Roundtree coming up with the sack. Boy, we needed it right there, too. It's going to bring up third down and 10.
I got him on the blind side. That is a movie, if you've ever seen it. And that's the one thing they say, is you got to watch that quarterback's blind side. Sandra Bullock said it. And they didn't do it.
If Sandy said it, it must be true.
Hey, old Sandy.
40, Ian Round.
So now it's third down and 11. You know what that creates, Cameron? It creates
controversy.
No, it creates a passing down. And what have they not really been that good at?
Ooh, pick me, Spinny.
Go ahead, Bob. Passing.
Yes.
They've been able to run the ball, but I'll be darned if you're going to run the ball on 3rd and 11 right here.
Which in theory creates a
controversy.
It does not. No, there's no controversy here. That's just the cold hard facts. But 5:53. There's a timeout on the field. Emerson called it. As they step aside, we'll do the same. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
Fab Solis here for Corinth Orthodontics. Dr. V and his great staff take care of my 3 kids and all their orthodontic needs. Dr. V and his patient-friendly staff also provide Damon Clear braces and Invisalign for teens and adults, adult braces, teen orthodontics, and 3D smile technology. His office is conveniently located at 3003 FM 2181, Suite 100. Visit them at trophycluborthodontics.com for your complimentary consultation or email them at corinthortho@gmail.com.
Shout out Brett Sasser if you're listening right now. Bob, got anything to say to Brett?
Not that I can say on the air.
All right.
Way
to hold it in. 5:53 here to go. 20-17. Here's a pass, and that ball is going to be tipped. Tanner Moon getting to the quarterback, making something happen.
Tuck rule.
This defensive line putting some pressure on the Emerson Maverick quarterback. That was Mike Molstad, who dropped back, never really able to get off a clean pass.
He's hurting. Every time that Fab says Joker, something big happens. And Fab, you just keep doing that this season.
They got the wind at their back. The ball is at the 38-yard line.
4th and 11 to go.
That's a 51-yarder. Is that no?
No, that's a lot more than that.
That's a 55-yarder. 55-yarder.
I'm not good at this new math.
I'd say he was good from 50 earlier. 55, can't risk it on that.
This crowd's all electric. Oh, and there's a lot of pressure.
Drop back, and he throws. I think that ball hit the ground.
No way. His knee was on the ground. Okay, I was.
No, they're whistling it dead. That's a turnover on downs.
You see me walking onto the field over here? No.
The question is, did he catch it, or did the ball hit the ground?
He caught it. His knee was on the ground.
What is that, a loss of 4 yards?
Yes.
All right.
They moved it back.
There we go. Loss of 4 yards, turnover on downs. Falcons taking over with a pretty short field. This offense has got to put some points on the board. 5:39 here to go in the 4th quarter. Falcons lead 20-17. You put a touchdown on the board here. Things are getting dicey for the Mavericks.
Now, Smitty, here's what we see here, okay? We see some clock being chewed off, so we're going to run the ball. You're going to see the ball on the ground a little bit. You might see a little bit of air, but this is a chess match you're playing right now. You got a 3-point lead. You're going to have to move the ball down the field a little bit, but watch them start to kind of chip away at this time a little bit, start to run the ball a little bit. But we've seen them try to run these screens. Don't run another one of these screens. Don't do it, because they haven't worked.
Timeout, Falcons. We had a little bit of confusion. There. Timeout, Falcons. We're going to step aside as they do the same. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club broadcast.
This is Gabe Salinas from your Chick-fil-A at Kensington Square. Come out and try our grilled chicken club, or try a cool wrap, or have some of our delicious Chick-fil-A waffle potato fries. Cool yourself off with our new chocolate fudge brownie or mocha cream cold brew. Our dining room is open, or you can use our drive-thru for contactless ordering, payment, and delivery. We are committed to serving you safely. As always, it's our pleasure to serve you.
Welcome back to the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast.
5:39 here to go in the 4th quarter. Falcons holding on to a 3-point lead. Little draw play, little trap play there. Handed off to McAfee. He's going nowhere.
Oh,
he's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, might have picked up a yard or two. And we got a late flag coming in.
He almost hit a player with a flag.
From the Emerson 40-yard line near the Lake Dallas sideline. We'll see what happens here. Here's the call from the official.
Probably a face mask, too, is what we're looking at.
Personal foul. Yep. Face mask on the defense. That's going to move them up.
So, I know you want points, and we all want points here. Running a little bit of that clock's a good idea, too. And just because you want to let Cade settle back in after some of these interceptions he's thrown. Let's get the offense moving a little bit, build the confidence up, then let him sling. Get some clock chewed.
Yeah, just run your best offense. Whatever.
I want to see him flip Nicky Gray out the back a little bit. Let him run one of those jet sweeps.
Just worry about getting in the end zone. That's what you got to worry about. Forget the clock. Forget everything. You got to put points on the board here.
The object of the game, isn't it?
Sam McAfee is going to power ahead for a pickup about 4 or 5 yards. So that face mask really helped out the Falcons. They're in plus territory. They got a first down. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 now from the 35-yard line, the Emerson 35-yard line. Signals coming in from the sideline. Cade barking orders at the offensive line. Blakely in at the sniffer back on the left side of the line. Sam McAfee, the backfield. Nicky Gray is going to get the ball on a jet sweep. He's going to turn it upfield for a pickup of 1, maybe 2. No, they're saying no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 from the 35-yard line.
I wanted to see that play, and he almost was able to get a little hole there and get something going. But man,
I love the idea.
Clock's still going though. Like you're shooting away time. You're doing the right things. Just kind of take your time, and have some fun here.
Evan Weinberg here? Question mark?
One-on-one coverage over there. We'll see if that linebacker drops back into coverage on the far side of the field. He was showing blitz initially, but now he's cheated over towards Weinberg. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Now they got zone coverage over there on the far side of the field.
Keondae.
Oh, and we got a false start. Yep. Nicky Gray fell ahead. Some kind of an issue with the snap count there. That hurts.
That's not what you need, but
now we got 3rd down and 10 coming up here from the 39 or the 40. We got 3rd down and 11 is what we're going to call it. Yeah, 3rd and 11.
That's going to be 3rd. There you go. I thought he was going to line up on the 3rd and 12. I was like, how does that?
We got 3:49 to go here in the 4th quarter. Falcons holding on to a 20-17 lead.
Okay, so
clock is rolling.
Don't see him sending a lot of pressure here.
Keondae in motion from right to left.
Yeah.
Now you got trips left. Bortnam looking deep, fires into coverage. He was looking for Keondae, and he's got nothing. Good coverage on that play.
He was literally on his back like Dora's backpack. I don't understand.
He had Nicky Gray down the field, didn't he, Bob?
Christian Lyons in coverage.
He had number 7 downfield.
That's Xavier Lopez, number 7.
That's Blaken. He had Xavier Lopez down there. Now we're going to go for this here.
No, he's going to punt it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we have a timeout, or are we questioning the spot of the ball? I know the referees are having a bit of a conference here.
Well, is there another whistle?
40-yard line.
I kind of would like our normal punter to punt this in this situation into the wind.
Into the wind. To be honest. Not a bad idea. It just keeps them honest, I suppose. 4th down and 11. Keondae on the bottom of your screen. Bortnam lined up about 7 or 8 yards behind the center. And he's going to get this thing off. It's going to bounce the 20-yard line inside the 15, out of bounds at around the 12. So a good job backing him up. 3:18 to go. And for a running style offense who's had success in the second half, there's plenty of time for Emerson to cook here.
There is, and is it just me, or does it feel like the second half's kind of flown by a little bit quicker than the first half, too?
This whole game has flown by.
Yeah, it's been a lot of ground game.
3:18 to go. 20-17. Falcons holding on.
This is where you find out what you're made of here. Your defense has got to do something for you here. And then they've delivered most of the game, minus the pick 6. I mean, you can't really blame a lot on the defense here. So they've got to rise up and continue doing what they've done all game.
Mike Molstat in the shotgun. Handoff up the middle. No, it's a play action. Fooled me. Oh, and that was a chance. An errant throw. He was looking to his big wide receiver, Kylan Evans, 6'2", 181. Falcons done a nice job of holding him to only 28 yards on 3 catches. He's been targeted 5 times in this game. That guy's an athlete, man. Just his size, his ability. We've seen him make a couple good plays. He's lacking a little bit in the quarterback position. Hard to make plays when you got somebody that's struggling throwing the ball. Now it's 2nd down and 10. It's going to be a handoff. He bounces it towards the right side, makes a couple moves, and picks up about 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. That was Ishak Bills on the carry.
And that clock's going to continue to go now because you ran the ball, and that which is good for the Falcons because they ran the ball. Since they ran the ball, the clock's going to continue to go. Words are very hard for me right now, Smitty. But
it's all right. You're on a roll.
We're good. Clock's rolling. This is good. Mavericks only have 1 timeout.
Bills has had 28 carries, 166 yards. He ripped off a 58-yarder coming out after halftime, and that started the Emerson run of points. And they're going to be stopped short of the marker. It's 4th down. I think they have no other option than to go for it. We're at 2:25 here to go in the 4th quarter. They trail by 3 points. They got to get 3 yards. They have 1 timeout left. Emerson has 1 timeout left. They don't get this.
Wildcat.
It's church.
They're going do this Wildcat thing, huh?
Yeah.
Molstat goes off the field. Ishak Bills is going to be running the offense from the shotgun formation.
Did you say Oshak Hennessy?
I did not. It's the Wildcat. Bills in at the shotgun formation. Linebackers creeping up, trying to make a play. Read option. They bounce it outside. Tips. Not able to bring him down, and he's going to get across the line.
They tackle him inbounds. See inbound. It's going to move the chains, but I think they...
Nah, I don't know what happened, but that doesn't matter if he's in or out. That's way too long.
I'm sorry, I said Tips, too. It was not Tips. Tips was on the near side of the field.
Well, our Tips is in... our silent reporter's in Austin. Yeah. They marked him out at 50.
Marked him out at the 50. 1:36 here to go and counting. The clock is moving here.
Yeah, clock's moving. He didn't get out.
So we got 1:30 to go. Falcons holding on to a 3-point lead. 20-17 is your score. Big time first down, and they put the ball on the ground once again. Camden Beecham had a chance at him behind the line of scrimmage and inbounds. He got away from him, picked up a yard or two, and then scampered out of bounds as the clock is now stopped at 1:19.
The energy in here is tense. The Falcon fandom is tense.
It's a big-time game, big-time moment. You found yourself up 20-0 at one point in this thing, and now you're hanging on to a 3-point lead. There's playoff implications on the line, and that's going to be a false start. That's going to back them up. False start. They were trying to go with a hard count. They nearly got one of our guys. Who was it, Humphrey or Nakeem Bovin up front? No, Nakeem's on the sideline.
Second down at 14.
That's Kalindon Redmond down there. I thought it was either him or Humphrey who almost jumped, but false start, back them up, back onto the Emerson side of the field. 1:19 to go. 20-17 is your score. It has been all Emerson in the second half. Falcons scored 7 in the first quarter, 13 in the second, went into halftime with a 20-0 lead. And the ball is hit in the air. Nearly intercepted by Xavier Rodriguez. The ball was tipped by a defensive lineman. Rodriguez was trying to make a play, couldn't quite bring it in.
Tips almost came and got it.
It bounced off Xavier Rodriguez, and then it bounced off of Tips' chest.
Man, it's like slow motion. You're just watching it bobble through the air. 1:13 now on the clock. Third down.
14 to go, man.
And 14 to go. Ball on the Emerson 46-yard line. Let the defense work here, boys.
5 seconds on
Molstat in at the shotgun formation. They got the snap off before the play clock hit 0. Incomplete. Riley Griffin in on the coverage as Molstat had to roll to his right, felt the pressure. Nothing doing.
Man, Riley Griffin, minus the fumble he had, that happens in a kickoff return when they squibbed it to him. Mike squibbed it to him. Riley Griffin has had a heck of a game.
Absolutely. These linebackers are the real deal, man. Xavier Rodriguez, Riley Griffin, Camden Beecham.
This is for all the marbles, folks.
Hey, let's not forget about Ian Roundtree coming up with a big-time play.
Yep.
All the marbles right here.
Here we go. Let the dogs eat.
Oh, yeah, they're up. They're here now. They're here.
Molstat looking for signals from the sideline. I like our odds. 4th down and 14.
Call timeout here.
Game on the line. Timeout. Timeout called by Emerson. Their third and final timeout of the second half. Falcons still have 2 timeouts remaining. After this play, they likely will not need them. 1:08 to go in this one. 4th down.
Man, this is intense.
1:08 to go. Sorry, I'm trying to give as many people the time. If you're just now tuning in, hearing that they may have a close game on your hands, well, you do. 20-17 is your score. Falcons hanging on to a 3-point lead. They got out to an early 20-0 lead before the end of the first half, and it has been all Emerson ever since. 14 points for the Mavericks in the third quarter, just 3 in this fourth quarter. That leads us to 20-17. 4th down and 14. Game on the line. Here we go.
Man, you got a lot of guys coming in there.
Molstat drops back, moves up in the pocket, fires. He has a man, and
oh my God!
Kylan Evans.
Guys, that catch was insane.
We got a flag down, and it looks like it could be holding. Big number 65 is probably going to get called for holding. He's kind of tapping his helmet like, that was on me, boys. That was on me.
Tips is hurt. Limping a little bit.
So's Engine.
Kylan Evans came down with a huge grab right there.
Oh, no, it's on the Falcons.
Personal foul.
Oh, my goodness.
Roughing the passer? Is that what they just called?
They did. They did call roughing the passer right there. And nobody's happy.
Oh, no. So not only do they get the first down, but they get some yards tacked onto it. And now we find ourselves in quite a conundrum here at Falcon Stadium with a minute to go. Falcons holding on to a 3-point lead. 20-17 is your score. Exactly 1 minute on the clock. Emerson out of timeouts. They're inside the 15-yard line. Ball spotted at the 14. 1st and 10 for the Mavericks. Double set wide receiver. Molstad dropping back, looking left, looking towards the middle. Fires. He's got a man. It's caught. Touchdown Mavericks.
Wow.
And you can just feel the life being sucked out right now.
Molstad on his second read finds Jason Williams, the sophomore wide receiver, 5'6", 140 listed on the roster. He comes up with a big-time catch in traffic, suffers a pretty vicious hit in the end zone as he comes down with it, and he hangs on. The Mavericks have a 4-point lead with 50 seconds to go in this one.
So we're going to find out what your team's made of right here. Moments like this, Smitty.
Oh, that is tough.
Yeah, Lady Mo is down here, okay? They were up, and the Falcon faithful we're looking for a miracle. But listen, if there's one thing I know about this Falcon team, they like to make it interesting. 50 seconds, 2 timeouts. Let's go chase a W. Go chase a W.
They have been outscored in the second half by 24 points. They went into the locker room at halftime with a 20-0 lead. We were having fun, yucking it up, interviewing Bruce Waller. Times were good. And then now we find ourselves down by 4, 50 seconds to go. Big time play. Mike Molstad has not had a good game for Emerson.
He just had
plain and simple, not had a good game.
His career.
He's 9 of 22 with 89 yards and a touchdown, but let me tell you, that touchdown,
he earned it.
It showed up when it mattered. There's no doubt about it. And the Falcons are going to have to pull off a miracle here. They got 2 timeouts, and they got the playmakers to make it happen. Keondae Henry, he's had a quiet game. This would be a good time for him to show up. Nicky Gray, Evan Weinberg. As Keondae is going to let this sail over his head. Falcons, they got 75 yards to go and 50 seconds to do it. Field goal is not going to matter here as they find themselves down by 4. Got to get in the end zone. They got 2 timeouts. Cade Bortnam, he struggled a little bit today. This offensive line has struggled a little bit today. He's been under fire, under pressure for most of today's game. And you can see it in the stat line here. 12 of 28. 3 TDs, but to go along with that, he's also thrown 3 picks, one of them being a pick 6. Dylan Brockles run for over 100 yards, but I doubt they'll be putting the ball on the ground here in this drive.
No, you're going air game, and you're good.
Falcons leading receiver Nicky Gray with 72 yards on the night. We're going empty set. Trips wide receivers on the right. Nicky Gray is going to catch it at the 27-yard line and burst forward across the 35. And he's going to be marked down at the 38-yard line.
Keep going.
Clock stops.
Clock stops as the chains move. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 38 with 43 seconds to go. Again, the Falcons do have 2 timeouts left. Empty set. 3 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Nicky Gray is going to catch this thing. And the clock is going to continue to run, is what the referee is signaling. They're calling a timeout.
I get the idea, but it's not going to be enough. You got to get a touchdown here.
We now have shaved 15 seconds off the clock, and we've gone from the 25 to the 42.
How many more yards we need, Smith? Or Cameron? Actually, Cameron, answer that.
How many more yards do I need?
Yeah, to get to the end zone, math guy.
Well, first off, Bob,
he's stalling.
I need 58 yards.
Did you use your calculator?
No.
Yeah, he pulled his phone out.
My brain. It's good at this new math, dude. I've been practicing.
35 seconds. Falcons down to their final timeout. Ball on the 42-yard line. Of course, Emerson can't give up a touchdown here, so they're playing a pretty serious prevent defense. They're bringing 2 guys. So Cade Bortnam should have plenty of time to find some open man. 3 receivers on the right side. Looks like you got Xavier Lopez, Cameron Parma, and Keondae Henry on the right. Evan Weinberg and Nicky Gray on the far side.
They got
the top of your
so many
screen.
defenders back.
Screen pass. Keondae Henry. He catches it at the 39-yard line. He gets his way up to the 49.
15. He was on the white. I don't know, man. I don't like that.
You can hear it from the nest. They're not happy about it. It's going to be enough to move the chains with 30 seconds on the clock. So they pick up 8 yards on the screen pass and only shave 5 seconds off the clock.
That's crazy they didn't just call that.
Empty set once again. Fires over the middle and in and out of the hands of Cameron Parma. Probably a good thing that ball was dropped.
Yeah, because it was right in the middle of the field.
I mean, how much time was that going to shave off?
Yeah, a good amount.
You're going to get down to about 18 seconds before you get your next snap off. Probably not the worst thing in the world that we're facing 2nd and 10 from the 50.
And that underneath pass is there for a reason. They're going to let that go all day.
Of course, I don't think you can bite on that. You got to get lucky. You got to get lucky. You got to have some blown coverage. You got to get it into the hands of a playmaker here. Empty set, 4 receivers as it's nearly intercepted. Keondae is going to get inside the 40-yard line. Boy, that cornerback tried to jump that route, got a little greedy there. And now the Falcons are in striking distance. We know for a fact that Cade Bortnam has the arm to get the ball to the end zone from the position that we're at on the field right now. We're at the 37-yard line. 4 receivers on the left. Falcons still have 1 timeout. 22 seconds on the clock. They're down by 4. They trail Emerson 20-24 right now. Nicky Gray on the left side of the field. Keondae, the lone receiver, on the right. He's got pressure coming behind, and he gets rid of it at the last moment.
Everybody's confused. I don't think that was the right play call. Everybody is confused.
As there is a bit of confusion going on, some frustration. Excuse me. Throat's a little dry. 17 seconds to go. 20-24 is your score. 2nd down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Falcons in striking distance. Probably going to want to get a little closer, and they do. Nicky Gray had it, and it got knocked out of his hands.
So now you got to start taking shots at the end zone, right?
Number 6, Brandon Maxey, the junior defensive back, made a nice play for Emerson on that one.
13 seconds. You can get 10 yards, and then timeout, and then take a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, still got a timeout. Get out of bounds with a first down, possibly stop the clock, but run out of options.
13 seconds. 13 seconds, 3rd and 10 from the 37-yard line. Cade drops back, looks, moving. He's got a man coming at him, and the ball is out. It's recovered by Emerson. That's the game. Falcons are going to lose here tonight, as there is 7 seconds on the clock, but that all about wraps this one up. They are going to lose this football game 20-24, outscored by 24 points in this second half. 14 points got put on the board by the Mavericks in the 3rd quarter, 10 in the 4th. Somewhat of a miracle drive by Emerson, as they had 4th down and 14. And the Falcons not only allowed the catch, but they got hit with a roughing the passer, as Molstad takes a knee, and against all odds, Emerson's going to walk out of here with a victory. A lot of frustration on this Falcon sideline right now. Win or lose, you got to line up and shake hands. That's the name of the game. So we're going to get out of here. Not a whole lot to discuss. I would imagine we'll catch up with Coach Young at another time.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that, Bob. No worries. So tonight was a tough one, and there were playoff implications on the line for the Falcon faithful out there if they were wondering. We now lose our second district game. We are tied with the Denton Broncos after this week for that 4th place spot. Independence, Argyle, they're jockeying for the number 1 position. I believe they're actually playing one another tonight. We can take a look at that. I'm pulling it up right now on the phone. Should have had it ready for you to go. But it looks like Independence and Argyle are done. Argyle has secured first place in the district as they beat the Frisco Independence Knights 35-10. Emerson beats Lake Dallas 24-20. So Falcons, they're going to be battling these next couple weeks because guess who they got next week? They got Independence, who's second place in the district, and their only loss coming to Argyle tonight. Emerson remains a 1-loss team after winning here on the road in Lake Dallas. And Lake Dallas and Denton, they're going to be meeting. There's a crash course, a collision course that ends right here at Falcon Stadium on November 4th for senior night. So, folks, we got a wild ride coming these next couple weeks. But after this one, things got a lot more interesting. I'm about ready to wrap it up. Either of you boys got anything?
I guess your silver lining here is that you play, you've played the number 2 team in the district next week, so that's a good thing. If you can secure a win there, if you can squeeze out a win, and then with your playoff implications, you got to hope for the best, and that you might be a make or break type week, your final week, and so you might be in playoff formation starting next week.
And just for me, I talked about it before the game. Consistency from the offense on their drives, coming out 20-0. Got to put more points on the board in the next couple weeks. Keep the offense moving. And Coach Young said it himself at halftime. Turnovers, man. I don't know what we do, but got to do something.
Hey, and I couldn't agree more, man. You gotta tighten it up. But you know what? There's a reason we're here, and it's not all about the wins and the losses as much as it hurts right now. One thing I do want to touch on, a couple things before we get out of here. I should have touched on one of them a lot more. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This was our Pink Out game. I want to tell you guys one more time that the Amy Koch Scholarship Fund is running a fundraiser. Through the Quarterback Club. They're selling these Pink Out shirts, and the proceeds go to benefit the Lake City's Education Foundation. If you want one of the shirts, you could have bought one tonight here at the game. They're going to be selling them at home games, so the next one is going to be senior night. You can get them at the concession stands or throughout the stadium. They're $15 a piece. If you just want to make a direct donation, go online, LakeDallasQuarterbackClub.org. You can make a direct donation there. So it'd be great if we get the community to give to this cause. I know it means a lot to a lot of people here, and we can do something great. Another thing, Darrell Williams, former NFL veteran, OU Sooner, and Lake Dallas alumni, he's offering professional O-line training for grades 4 and up. Please reach out to him. His Instagram account is at Trench_Mob with 2 B's _Academy. So Trench_Mob, MOBB_Academy. And follow him, see what he's doing. He can help your kiddos. If you got some youngins down there that are wanting some O-line help, reach out to him. Good dude, and he'll be our halftime guest here in a couple weeks. Until then, I guess for our technical director, fabulous Fabricio, for Michaela running the camera, Harvey on the stats, and my man Cam and Bob giving us all the action. I'm Smitty, and I'm out.
We'll be right back with more Lake Dallas Falcon football from the award-winning Lake Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast. Dallas Quarterback Club radio broadcast. LDQBC radio broadcast.